Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Reynolds, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 171. Joining me as always, Daniel Never Really.
What's up, gamers?
Also joining us, Nick, aka Roy. Nick, how you doing? Oh, that was a very low yo. That was like terrifying. Last week we had like Sims as God, and now like you as the devil. Yo.
Way you want me to.
Oh God, there you go. Now that's kind of sexy now, you know.
Okay.
Okay, no, go too far.
God, no.
No, get a little lower for me, Nick.
Oh, this is the lowest you can get at.
Oh my God. Okay, now I'm afraid of sexual assault. All right, we gotta move on. This is about video games.
Oh Lord.
Nick, how you doing? Anything cool going on over at Just for Fun Reviews lately?
Not much. We're trying to figure out what we're gonna do next. I don't know. We might do Little Mermaid review eventually.
Hell yeah!
I've never seen the original, so
You've
maybe
never seen the original Little Mermaid, really?
It's a great movie. It's a classic.
How do you go your whole life without seeing that?
I haven't. Most of these princess movies I haven't seen. I ain't seen Sleeping Beauty, Snow White. You know.
This is why you're not a Kingdom Hearts fan. This is why.
That's why he's not a Kingdom Hearts fan. I was thinking the same thing.
This is exactly why. I don't know, man. But like, I like to go in blind to this Little Mermaid viewings, and be like, okay, it was good. Then maybe go after seeing the live action, watch the cartoon. Like, okay, I can see why everybody was making a big fuss about this movie.
I mean, you might be the only person in the world that hasn't seen it, so like, it'll be an interesting perspective for sure.
True.
It's not like I've seen bits and pieces of the OG cartoon version.
Yeah, like you must know. It must be one of those where you know like the overall plot just from like, you know, other entertainment properties and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, she don't want to be part of that world, or she wants to be a part of somebody else's world. You know, collecting forks and spoons and stuff like that. Yeah, that's about all. Like,
her people are anti-leg people, and like she falls in love with a leg person, and you know, it's a whole thing.
Daniel really went with that because I was trying to make up a fake plot of Little Mermaid in my head, but I couldn't think of it.
I was going with the real plot. That's a real plot for it.
I really wanted to just like fuck with him and tell him a whole completely different movie.
But yeah, we got that coming up, and we'll probably do the Flash.
Oh yeah, that's coming out soon, huh?
Yeah.
Was that beginning of June, right? Yeah, finally. You know what's weird about that movie is like all these celebrities coming out and saying it's like the best movie they've ever seen secretly. And it's just like, what's going on there?
No.
What's going on there? Like, there's a lot. I just saw something. Stephen King said like he was like amazed by it or something. And it's like, what's going on
here?
You,
Stephen?
Yeah, someone's holding a gun up to his fucking head. Like, what's going on there, Stephen King? Like, are you okay? He mouthed the word help when he was doing it.
Yeah.
They have me hostage, that 90-year-old man living in fucking Maine or whatever. Steve King's a weird guy. All right, guys.
He is a weird guy.
We do have a lot of news to talk about. It has been another busy week in the world of video games.
Yeah.
Very busy,
in like
actually.
2 days, too.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. First up, Mortal Kombat 1 has officially been revealed and will be releasing, hang on, let me click in here, on September 19th. And there will be early access, 5-day early access for deluxe edition owners. So you can get it on September 14th.
Which is like right after Starfield.
I mean, we'll get to it. There will be an immersive story campaign, reimagined fighters like they've never been seen before, cameo fighters. This will be a next-gen only titles, PS5, Series X only.
Finally,
PC.
Jesus.
Yeah, come on, Street Fighter. And then internet connection is not required. Those are the big takeaways.
Congratulations, Nick. You don't need the internet.
Yeah, you don't need the internet.
Mortal Kombat.
I might need online to beat somebody's ass, but other than that,
you are gonna need that. Whenever I log into these fighting games, though, and I always see like the Japanese fighter name, and I just immediately know like I'm fucked. Like, oh god. Carry on, Daniel. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna ask what that cameo like part is. Is it gonna be
all right?
Is it gonna be like more versus Capcom, where you just like have a?
So there are rumors come in of Oh, no, I assumed cameo fighter just meant like,
No,
the
no,
No,
the
it's
fighter you
not
can
that.
pick.
Hold on,
Oh, it's
let
not
me
that.
look
What
it
does
up.
that mean
No.
then?
Yeah, go
I
for it.
just saw it.
There was a
Where did it
CGI
go?
trailer as well. She mentioned that
Okay,
Yeah.
we all
so
watched that.
all right. So cameo fighters are unique rosters of partner characters who assist during matches, creating expanded gameplay possibilities for players. These characters are chosen separately from the main roster of fighters.
Mm.
So I'm assuming that, say, I don't know, who's your favorite fighter? Maybe Cassie
Just
Cage
pick
or
Liu Kang.
I mean, I'm not saying like it's going to be like a main character or anything. These are totally separate from the main roster that will come in to assist. I
So this
want
is
to say
so this is where the kids show up. Is what you're telling me.
that, yeah, I think possibly.
That sucks because I want them all to be playable.
You
Or even when
never
you said
know. With
Reptile.
Mortal
Reptile
Kombat.
should be playable.
So is that like a Smash thing where like the random assist characters just come in and like throw some
No,
shit?
I'm thinking. Have you played Marvel vs. Capcom?
Yeah.
So you'll hit like RB and one of them will do a move and then they'll leave. That's it.
Oh,
So
okay,
I'm
okay.
thinking it's going to be something like that,
That's kind of
where
cool.
you can assist them. It'll do a move, but in like Marvel vs. Capcom, usually it's like, okay, you have 3 characters. I want Mega or Iron Man to do a shot. You'll
Yeah.
hit the one button that is for Iron Man to do his ability, and then he'll pop away or something. But he can take damage when he does that. I don't. This sounds like it's not going to necessarily have like its own health bar. It's just going to do a move for you. It's kind of the vibe I get.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So I know
just
we're
basing
all
this off of,
pretty big Mortal Kombat fans here. I think you two are much bigger than me. But Nick, does this get you excited? Are you happy with the whole reboot thing they seem to be going for here?
I mean, the reboot, as far as I'm concerned, I'm okay with it. Most people are like, like Daniel over here is like, where's the kids at? Where's the kids? They could possibly still be in here. You know,
For sure.
if you
Yeah.
follow for the end of Aftermath, it was basically we're wiping a clean slate for the next one. But judging from this trailer, we're getting some of the core fighters from the OG Mortal Kombat. I mean, we didn't see Johnny Cage, but Johnny Cage is actually mentioned in the roster on the website. So
Yeah, there's no Sonya either.
yeah, there's no Sonya. But what I find funny is where did it go? If you pre-order I think was it the premium or collector's edition, you'll get a skin for Johnny Cage with the likeness of famed actor and martial artist Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Ooh, that's fucking dope.
Which is funny because before the original OG Mortal Kombat came out, they wanted Jean-Claude Van Damme to be in the game, but they couldn't get him. So now we finally got him.
You know who did get him was Street Fighter, and he played Guile, which is funny because he's French and Guile's an American.
That is
So it
weird.
doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
And yeah, I'm really excited about it, and my son's excited about it because he skipped going to the zoo just to watch this trailer today.
Damn.
What?
The whole zoo trip, he just watch the 2-minute
He's
trailer.
He's
Go
like,
watch it
"I already
after
seen
the
these
zoo.
He said, "I already seen these animals before. I don't need to. Yeah, this is a lifetime event." I'm like, "Okay, all right, whatever." But
He's probably
yeah,
gonna like tomorrow. He's gonna be like, I should have went to the zoo.
oh well.
You got an
Hey, you
awesome
live and
son,
learn.
though. At least he's like a fucking younger generation excited for Mortal Kombat. Like that excited for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like woke up, cracked on, like it's Christmas or something, shaking me. Is it time yet? Is it time? I was like,
Wow.
no, not
He
yet.
was
Not
that
yet.
stoked for Mortal Kombat. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But,
But I mean, we still got to see the gameplay, which I don't know
There were
when they're going to put
snippets
that.
of things that could be, but
Yeah,
not a lot.
we'll get
I
it
assume
soon,
that-
right? I mean, there's a lot of summer shit going on.
It's gonna be at the
it's gonna
summer
pop up
release.
somewhere, right? I mean, it's coming out
Yeah.
September, so it's gonna have to.
Yeah, you got a beta for it in I believe August, so you get to try that out then.
Cool. Yeah, the year of the fighting games, all competing against each other. Daniel, how you feeling now that's official?
Great. I love Mortal Kombat. I love rebooting it. I think it's a really good idea. My only like minor complaint with it is I don't like it being called Mortal Kombat 1. I just wish they would have just called it 12 and just who cares about, the name being rebooted as well. Like just call it 12. People will ultimately call this Mortal Kombat 12 no matter what anyways. So you might as well just call it 12.
You think so?
Like people, because Mortal Kombat 9 isn't Mortal Kombat 9. It's just called Mortal Kombat. People call it
Right.
Mortal Kombat 9.
Yeah.
Like this is the technically the third Mortal Kombat 1. I guess technically Mortal Kombat 9 is 1, 2, and 3 combined.
Yeah.
But like it's still Mortal Kombat 1 ish. And it's like, okay, this is the third Mortal Kombat 1 we've gotten. So
Mortal Kombat 1 Part 3.
yeah, exactly. Mortal Kombat.
That's that's
Yeah.
what people will call it.
Yeah,
that's what
that's
we're
the
all
real
settle on.
Yeah.
Third time's the charm, I guess.
Yeah, but I want the roster. They're gonna shake up the roster, but I know there's gonna be characters I want that aren't gonna be there.
Yeah.
And we'll just have to see what they give us.
Yeah, it's like looking at the premium edition, what they offering from via the website, it says early access to 6 playable characters and 5 new cameo fighters. So I have no idea what the 5 new cameo fighters.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Yeah, I haven't. Is that just brand spanking new characters they're making for cameo, or
It could be.
I hope you know what I hope it's not like how they did with like they bring in Freddy, Jason. I hope it's not those kind of cameo fighters. Like I don't need those people to be
Me
in Mortal
too.
Kombat.
To be honest, I'm gonna throw it out there, Nick. I don't really need any of the DLC to be any of these random guest characters. Mortal Kombat has enough characters of its own that it's made that need love and need bringing back. From
Thank you.
Armageddon days to Deception, like there's so many characters back then that we still haven't brought back into the modern. Like I don't care about getting Terminator. Like that's cool. Or Leatherface or whatever. Or the rumor is Homelander and Peacemaker. Homelander would be really cool in this game. I don't care about Homelander. Like I'd rather have Smoke or Reptile or something like that, or Rain or whatever. Like bring the Mortal Kombat. There's so many. There's hundreds of Mortal Kombat characters. I'd rather have them.
Mm-hmm.
Peacemaker's fucking hilarious.
Peacemaker would be funny.
They're getting a Peacemaker. Just John Cena running around with the
With
helmet.
a gun, just shooting.
Okay. Whatever, I'm down for that, I guess. Yeah, I'm excited too, though. It's there's a lot of fighting games coming out this year. Like I was saying, I guess I am more of a Street Fighter guy, but I'll definitely be checking this out. I like the campaigns of the Mortal Kombat games, especially the Injustice games. That I know they're 2 different things, but I really like those campaigns as well. So I'll be interested to check this one out.
Yeah, no one does fighting game campaigns like NetherRealm.
Yeah,
they always have just killed it with the story modes. So I'm very excited for this, especially with how 11 ends. It's pretty crazy.
Awesome. All right, cool. Well, Mortal Kombat, September 19th. Yeah, busy September now too. It's just, geez, video games. We gotta stop.
There's 2 for sure.
We gotta stop,
and maybe 3.
It's just too much. It's just too
insane.
much. I can't handle this year anymore. It's just too much. 2023 needs to settle down.
It's acting up. You know what I mean?
It's acting
2023
up.
is
You need to
acting
calm
up right
down.
now.
2023. Okay, just relax. September, Jesus. All right. Next up, then, let's get into the exciting world of Xbox. First up, after what feels like decades of deliberation, the EU has approved Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard, with the caveat that Microsoft licensed popular Activision Blizzard games to competing cloud streaming services for all of time, I guess. I don't know. There was
I think that caveat is like without
there.
paying a licensing fee or something.
Okay, gotcha.
It's like they are just putting it on there.
Sure.
As I think.
It's basically, Call of Duty just has to go everywhere. Cloud streaming.
In Europe, yes.
Everywhere the cloud is.
Yeah.
Okay,
to throw Call of Duty into the European
into the clouds. No, they got a lot of rainy clouds over there, so I'm sure they'll enjoy Call of Duty raining down on them. America, motherfuckers.
That sounds ominous because when you say Call of Duty raining down, it just makes you picture someone's raining bullets down in Europe.
I was actually picturing just copies of Call of Duty falling on them. All the used copies of every previous Call of Duty GameStops got just stacked up in a warehouse somewhere. It's all just gonna fall on Europe now. You brought this upon yourselves, Europe. Enjoy the plastic, motherfuckers. All right. Well, Daniel, it's finally here. I feel like we got to be nearing the end of this long road.
I think so.
We've been on
so.
for
I think I talked about
many
it a couple
years.
Weeks ago. The business analyst Michael Pachter, longtime business analyst, said that it could be done as early as May, even with the blockage of the CMA. So it seems like I know the CMA, like after the EU did this, they were like the EU was like, yeah, they're kind of wrong over here, and the CMA was like trying to like take shots back, at them or something. I don't know. It seems like the CMA has no idea what's going on, so well, who knows? Because the EU was like the basically said that the CMA had their numbers wrong, and if you remember, that's what I said when we talked about it in the first place, that they already had numbers wrong previously. With Microsoft had to like correct them, and like I don't know, the CMA is just very. It's an organization. It doesn't seem like they know what they're doing. So who knows?
Wow, calling out the CMA here.
Yeah.
Do you know like what's left? Like what else has to happen now?
FTC in the UK, but apparently they don't even need to wait for the FTC. They could just close it. So I guess they're waiting on the CMA, but I don't fully know.
Okay, great. Well, I just want this to be done. I have no idea.
I
What's going
mean,
on
the thing is that everywhere else
just...
has already accepted it with nothing.
Okay,
like
so
Japan has
so
done
this
it.
is
Brazil
the
has done
last
it.
roadblock. Still, it's just this goes through.
The
and
only
then
ones that
we're
haven't
good?
done it
We're
now
there?
is the UK and the FTC for
Okay.
America. Those are the only two that haven't. Everywhere else in the world has done it and is fine with it, with really no concessions. So, like, it's really the CMA is the only one that really, because I think the FTC, they didn't even meet with Microsoft, if I remember correctly. They were just like, we're blocking it, and then we'll see you in court. If I remember correctly, they didn't even want to hear any argument. They were just gonna like, we'll see what everyone else says. So, like, I don't even think the FTC has really done much anyway. So it seems like that'll probably be fine. I think they can get it through here, but it's really just the UK. Um, did you see what Satya Nadella said as well?
No,
The CEO of Microsoft.
no. What did he say?
He was in like an interview, and he the interviewer asked him if would they be willing to not sell Activision Blizzard games in the UK and like carve that out, it being a little different in the UK compared to everywhere else in the world. And he just said, "We'll see what the outcome is for this," and that's kind of all he said. So
Interesting.
he didn't really say much there, but being as buttoned up as that type of CEO, like he's at least saying a little something there. So I don't know. I think he's saying that they would do that if it came to that. So if it really came to the CMA sticking with the blockage, I could see Call of Duty, or maybe they just don't even sell Call of Duty in the UK anymore.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, like, and then I could kind of see Microsoft flipping it on the CMA, saying like, you're really the one kind of taking it away from the customer, right? Like, I can see that being
I love the
case.
idea of like Call of Duty's launching and they put out like that tweet with like the launch map of like what times it all's on,
And it's just
everything is
X on
locked.
the UK.
No, they just erased the UK. It's just not even there anymore. That'd be a big chunk of the population, though. I don't know. I suppose UK people could easily get around it, right? Again, and these consoles aren't region locked, so you could just
No, I don't think they
theoretically,
are. Yeah,
you could theoretically just still buy it, right?
yeah. I think what they
Digitally, at
like,
least.
they could go further and say they go all the way, not to just Xbox or Activision Blizzard stuff, go all the way to Microsoft and just have Microsoft get out of the UK, which would be even more insane. Like that would be like, well, if you don't really want to have business with us, period, then we're not going to have business with you, period. Like that would be, I think, pretty tech earth shattering. Like the UK not having Windows in the UK would be pretty insane.
UK
And
goes
that's
back
like,
to prehistoric times all of a
yeah,
sudden.
they're just beating
Yeah.
rocks together.
Yeah, what do we do without our
The
Microsoft?
UK and what, Kansas, right? The UK and Kansas.
UK and Kansas, yeah, exactly. All right, well, that's interesting. Nick, anything to say on all this? He leave? Got kid problems?
I don't know. Yeah, I
Okay,
think he
we'll
stepped
assume
away.
he has kid problems. Yeah, yeah. I really nothing more to say on it. I just want this deal to be over with. Tell me when it's done.
I think
It's just,
I think
it's.
soon. I think soon.
I hope, man. I'm just, I'm sick of hearing about this.
I just thought that this was an important thing to
No, it
happen.
is an
So that's
important
why
step.
that's why I put it in here.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's just, yeah. I just have nothing more to add on it. We've been talking
That's
about
the
this
only reason
for
why I was in here.
a year and a
Yeah.
half now, or whatever. So I just, I'm
Yeah.
I'm out of bullshit to tell you guys. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
No, I'm tired of hearing about it myself. Tired of
there
hearing
he
about
is.
it. Microsoft needs a win. Let them get this.
Let
Come
them
on
get
now.
this. Just let them have it. Who cares?
You know what? And not even Microsoft. I just think the Activision Blizzard employees need a win. Let
Sure.
them get a win. Let them have a better workplace.
All right, cool. Next up, then, speaking of Activision Blizzard has laid out a season 5 through 7 roadmap for Overwatch 2. Along with this, Blizzard has announced they are officially canceling the original plans for PvE mode in the game. Daniel, I know you're a big Overwatch guy. Again,
Huge.
I have nothing to add to this. I don't even know what's going on with Overwatch 2 anymore. But please,
Not
tell
a lot,
me.
apparently.
Yeah, not a lot apparently. So, you
Um,
tell me, Daniel. Is this a good thing?
Damn.
Is this a bad thing? What's going
Did you
on
like
here?
that, Nick? You like that?
Damn.
So okay. I'm gonna be a little nicer than I think a lot of other people. Number one, I think we all kind of want at least Overwatch fans want some sort of story mission single player thing to play.
Well, I would play that, right? Like I
Exactly.
would play a
Yeah.
single player thing in Overwatch. I never even touched Overwatch. I touched the first one for like a second, but I would jump in a single player thing.
So what? So if I remember correctly, and I could be speaking wrong. If you're listening, comment and correct me. I usually don't ever say this. You know what? Maybe don't correct me. You know what? Don't correct me. When they first announced this, if I remember correctly, they were going to do a single player thing. They were also going to do the PvE thing. And then I think at some point they just were like, we're going to just do the PvE thing and kind of put story stuff in it more. So the PvE thing was going to be, say you take Reinhardt and then all his abilities, his 3 different abilities that he could do you can like change different things out. Like his shield could do something different, or his ult could be different and stuff like that. And they were going to do a big skill tree for every character, which is like 30 something characters. And it seems like they can't. It's too much ask. It would be too much to do. They would need way more people, way more time. And in that case, I am understanding of them not being able to do it. I think people are a little harsh. I know that people wanted it for Overwatch 2, but if they can't do it, why try to have them rush out a little whatever? And it's not very good. Um, if they just kind of stick to the multiplayer. But I would still like some sort of
So
player
what was it supposed to
single
be
player
then? Like a
mission.
horde mode type thing?
I don't think that they really dove that far into explaining what it
Okay.
was going to be. But they in Overwatch 1, they did a bunch of little missions for like events. The Halloween event was like a horde mode basically, and they would like little mini bosses in between. Um
What, you would
they
like all
also
take them
had like
down together or something?
yeah, they would just be like the normal characters. They would come up, they'd be like more health, and they would just kind of do a different abilities, and you'd kill them like a boss.
Okay.
Uh, they also did like Lucio Ball, where you kind of playing Rocket League. That's more of like just a multiplayer thing, but they had little events, and some of them were kind of 4 player, doing like a mission together and stuff. So like I was what I think what they were kind of going with, but having way more story in it because there is a lot of lore and story in Overwatch, but um yeah, maybe down the road they can actually do more single player stuff. I don't want PvE. Like I want a Overwatch story campaign. Like if I want to play with other people, I'll go play multiplayer for Overwatch. I don't need a PvE thing. That doesn't appeal to me in any way. Like I like the little mini PvE events, but I don't need a PvE big mode, you know.
Alright. Nick, did you check out Overwatch 2 at all?
I did. And as soon as this, I'm gonna be more honest than Daniel over here. As soon as that news broke out, I deleted Overwatch 2 off my PlayStation and my computer.
Damn.
I'm officially done
Get
with
out
this
of
shit.
here.
That that was the main reason for me to play Overwatch 2. You already got rid of 6v6. You already got rid of 2 tanks.
Yeah, I hate 5v5. 5v5 is
Yeah,
not fun.
yeah. So I'm just kind of like, well, what are we here to play now? Just PvP, and you already killed off the original servers with 6v6. You can't play Overwatch 1 at all anymore. So it's a dead game. So and everybody was complaining about the loot boxes and oh you know I don't get. At least if you played long enough, you eventually get that skin.
The loot boxes are so much better than that stupid battle pass. I
Oh
hate it
yes,
so. I hate
yes.
it so much. I hate battle
So like,
passes. Mobile games and battle passes in Fortnite have ruined video games. It's insane.
yeah.
I hate it so.
So like even new characters are locked behind a battle pass. So you can't have
Yeah,
a new character unless you buy the battle pass. And then the skins. I'm not saying I'm not guilty of buying $20 skins, but
skins are
with
still cool.
Overwatch,
They're still good skins.
yeah, yeah, but paying like I hate to say it, yes, I paid $20 for a skin in maybe Fortnite, but when it comes to fucking Overwatch, where I knew I could at least play a long time to, and I will eventually
Just
get the
get enough
skin in the
gold.
loot box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fine with that. But apparently, hey, I don't know what method they were trying
You
to
could
do with this
actually
battle
just buy
pass.
the skins in Overwatch 1, right? Like, get enough gold, just
I
find the skin
think
and buy
so.
it, you know?
Yeah, I think so. But I know there was like those exclusive skins, like oh, you got to watch 20
Oh,
minutes
those were
of
for
the
the
Twitch
events.
stream. Yeah, like 20 minutes of
Oh,
Twitch
you that's
stream
the
for this one.
Overwatch League stuff, the Pro
Yeah,
League. That's a little
yeah.
different because those weren't like crazy looking skins. They were more like the team focus, like
Hmm.
team colors or whatever.
But yeah, like when you tell me I've been waiting for what, when they announced this, maybe 3 years ago when they said they were going to do this single
2019.
player, yeah, single player PvE thing, and now you totally scrap it. I feel like this is a waste of time. Why'd you even kill the first Overwatch when you weren't going to commit to doing this? You know. But hey, I don't know what the bigger issue was. Like you say, maybe it was a development. They didn't have enough people on the team to, get this off the ground. But what they showed back in 2019 was very promising, and you just throw it out the window.
So is it safe to say Blizzard dropped the ball here with Overwatch 2? Because it doesn't sound like the
Yes.
community's happy at all.
No.
I mean, we're
they
not. I
they
mean,
totally
I'm
dropped it.
sure some people like fives and stuff like that, but and there are still people playing Overwatch too. It's not like completely dead or anything, but
It's just
um,
crazy to me because like Overwatch was like the fucking thing back when it came out in 2016. Like that was
yeah.
like the biggest thing there was, and then Overwatch 2 just kind of seemed to come and go to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different multiplayer environment from 2016 to 2022. Like it's just different. People just aren't. People want different things than they did in 2016. So I think that they're just having a hard time adjusting to that.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, granted, they went free to play with Overwatch 2,
Yeah.
but I mean, like you said, it's not 2016 anymore. You know, so there's a lot more games offer that multiplayer PvP experience better than Overwatch 2 does.
So is there anything you guys want to see that could like revive this and bring back Overwatch to the place that it once was?
I mean, I will always have a place in my heart. I love Overwatch so much. Um, I mean, I really want an actual campaign. That's what I want.
Yeah, I mean, campaign was like the biggest selling point for Overwatch 2 when it was announced back in 2019. So yeah, even when they were doing those little animated shorts for Overwatch, seeing the stories for the characters, that's what was selling me on this game. The very first announcement trailer for Overwatch 1 sold me on that. I was
The
like, yo,
Junker
this
Queen
is
one, right?
no, it wasn't no, the very when they first announced Overwatch
Oh
1
yeah, it was
when
like
they were
yes, it had it was kind of like the like Avengers, like they were getting them all together on the street and they were like fighting on the street.
no, I'm talking way before that. It was when they were in the museum
Oh, in the
and they
museum
were
fight. Oh, I'm sorry. I still
yeah.
thought you said Overwatch 2. I'm sorry.
No.
Yes, with
Yeah,
the little
like
boy and he gets Doomfist's fist
yeah.
and he like puts his
Like
fist on.
that had me hype. I was like, yo, what is this game? That's what made me want to play it in the first place because it was a nice, like, kind of like Pixar X Disney story with shooting, and it was made by Blizzard. That made me want to, like, okay, This literally made me want to get a decked out PC just to play it because I know Blizzard and PC is like the way to go. But now I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, there's no story except for like what you already know from past prior, comics and stuff like that, and then it's like they threw it away. And I bring Jeff Kaplan back.
Yeah. Where did Kaplan even go?
He got the hell up out of there. That's why.
He did get up out of Blizzard. You're right.
He saw the roadmap. He like, yeah, let me get out of here.
Peace. I'm out.
All right. Well, Overwatch, we wish you well. It'll always hold a special place on Pornhub, so there you go. Next up.
Wow, that's your experience of Overwatch.
That's all I know ever about you. All I know ever. That gorilla gets into some funky situations. Let me tell you.
Story.
Things he could do with those hands. All right, next up. After months of rumors, PlayStation has finally officially announced a showcase. Will take place on May 24th, around 3 p.m. my time, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. ET, I believe. That'll run for a little over an hour and feature games from first and third party. Guys.
And VR2 stuff.
And VR2. They actually acknowledge that the VR2 exists. Crazy.
It is a product you can buy.
I hope it's just like some little indie game that also runs on the proper console. Guys, it's here finally. We've been hearing about this nonstop. I feel like all year, so about damn time they officially announced it.
2021?
Yeah, so been a couple years, so
been almost 2 years.
We're getting a big showcase here. Sounds pretty beefy too. Over an hour. That's fucking long. So we'll see what they do.
Yeah, not as long as like a lot of summer things can be.
Sure, but so I don't think they're gonna be like. Obviously, they'll do the fucking Jim Ryan zoom in on the camera.
We like to joke about Jim Ryan. I do not want to see Jim Ryan.
Yeah, but like he's just gonna be like, we'll let the games do our talking, that thing, and then
I hope not.
Hand to the camera, do that. Yeah, guys, it's here finally. What do we think this is going to be? How excited are we? Etc. Daniel?
Yes. The big question I have, and I guess we can kind of also talk about it here, is what is this showcase? Is this showcase just like this year and then next year, and that's kind of it? Or is this showcase PlayStation games for the future? Because if it's PlayStation for the future, I think we can get a lot more here. PlayStation just for this year and next year, I don't think we know enough to really guess what's going to be here. I think we have a few guesses that may be guaranteed, but like my question is what is this showcase?
I really hope they get real funny and just say everything you see here will be out within the next 12 months.
No, don't do it.
Hilarious. No, that'd be fucking hilarious if they did that.
No. Don't do it.
That'd be fun. Yeah, no, it's a good question, right? It's how much do they want to show? They've been quiet for so long now that they can really kind of pick or choose. Do they want to go into far future? Do we want to get,
that's my question.
There's definitely going to be 2024 things here, but do they want to go 2025, 2026 even games, start teasing those, or are we keeping those closer to the vest for now? Either way could work. Maybe they want to be smart and just hold those. You don't want to start promising stuff too early, right? Stuff like that. And they should have a good pipeline, or at least a decent pipeline through 2024 even, so they could probably just stick to that and get away with it. But yeah, it's a good question. There's a lot of ways they could go with this, right? It's obviously these live service games got to start getting announced. I think they only have 2 officially announced, right? And they're supposed to have 10 through before 2026 or something
3,
like that.
Right?
The Last of Us one, the London Studio one. What's the third one you're thinking of?
Oh, well, then there's 4. Last of Us, I don't even remember about the London Studio one, I'll be honest with you.
That was just that image. They posted it on the blog. We talked about it last year.
I could think I'm gonna name 3 more. Firewalk.
Is that officially announced? Which one are they doing?
No, but I mean they're doing some sort of live service.
So like I could name almost like 10 of them that are rumored, right?
But that's like
Haven. But I'm just saying the ones that are officially announced are The Last of Us.
I mean, we know that
London.
Haven and Deviation are both doing a live service game for them.
Yeah,
that's 2 more. I'm just naming. There's a few more for you.
Oh, okay. So yeah, there's those 4 right there. I would expect. I don't know if the Haven one would be ready by now, right? Like I don't.
been a couple years. Maybe they got
Yeah,
something.
they opened quick.
So, again, that's my
I mean,
showcase. It's like, what is the show? My question is, what is the showcase
yeah,
going to be?
yeah. How far do they want to tease stuff? Yeah, we really
Yeah.
don't know, right? It's just
Like even
Yeah.
I'll start throwing names out there. Ghost of Tsushima 2. We know it's in the works.
Yeah.
I don't think that game's even next year. So like, are they going to do a teaser? I don't know. I think the game's my guess is that game's probably 2025.
yeah,
Is
probably.
what I would assume. I would assume their next year is probably Wolverine and Factions and Death Stranding 2. I think that's their next year. I think that's pretty much your PlayStation games for next year. Maybe sprinkling one of those other live service games as well. So it's like, how far are you going to really go? Are they only going to show Spider-Man 2's for sure? Are they going to do Wolverine? I think so. I think you got to tease it, especially if it is next year, like they said.
I don't know if you want to take the limelight away from Spider-Man though. You really want to have 2 Marvel games? Because like at this point, if you're gonna show Wolverine though, you'd have to do at least like a snippet of gameplay type thing, right? You can't just do another
they
CGI
teased both
trailer.
of them at the same time.
No, yeah, they did. It'd just be a little weird with Spider-Man also there, but yeah, I could
they're
still
all
see
in on the
it,
Marvel
right?
stuff. So.
Yeah.
So I think that those two, and then probably Death Stranding. You want to probably show something else if they can, if he has more to show, because that's a big trailer you showed last time.
Kojima loves
anything
those
you think?
7-minute trailers, you know what I mean?
I know, and he showed a lot of Death
Give me
Stranding.
another one of those, I guess. Yeah, no, I could see a lot. I think there'll be a couple more live service games than that. I think that Twisted Metal one that's been rumored for a while. I think that's probably
Yeah, but that's some weird development there, right?
Yeah, it switched from the guys that made that
Lucid.
fucking weird, whatever that roller skating game was or whatever the fuck it was.
All Stars.
There you go. Yeah, that switched from them to Firewalk. So who knows how far along that really is. I just got to think that one's somewhat far along with the TV show coming out soon. They're going to want to capitalize on that.
So they want to,
Yeah, you'd think on that. So who knows? But yeah, I hope they're smart enough to mix in single player games with the live service games. Because if it's all the live service games, people are going to walk away from this very
what if
disappointed.
that's what we get here? Yeah.
If it's all the live service games, I'm gonna be on here next week talking shit. You know what I
maybe?
mean? Like it's like, and Spider-Man 2. I guess Spider-Man 2 will make me happy. So they do always have that parachute to land on.
What if it's just the 2 Marvel games and then it's just live service? I hope not.
Yeah, I would hope not too.
I really think we're gonna get a lot of service games for them.
We have to, right? We have to. They said before 2026 or whatever that all those will be out.
You're gonna do what,
so
10
you're
or
gonna
12
have
or
to.
whatever?
So yeah, you're gonna have to start showing those off. Obviously, Last of Us Factions. I think that has to be here. I think you have to show gameplay of that too. Yeah, I think that has to be here. I'm hoping that looks cool. You know, like I'm obviously not
the more
the
I
most.
think about that game,
I guess not obvious, but like I just hope it looks cool. You know, like something I want to play.
I know. The more I think about the game, the more I want like nothing to do with it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want that game at all.
Sure.
Like, and the thing is I am glad that Neil is not the one directing that game and not working on it, because that means he's working on some other single player game. I don't need Neil's time taken up by some stupid live service multiplayer game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like I hope it looks cool. Like I hope it doesn't look like some shiddy live service game. You know what I mean? Like I hope it looks like content full and really fun to play and all that. You know.
I'm gonna say this, but we don't know, because we don't know, how it all shapes out for them. I hope the PlayStation is aware enough that they still need to meet their bar of quality, right? Like, and not just have just whatever generic live service games that just are gonna die. And I don't know though, because they could come out and Haven could come out and it'd be kind of cool, but it's whatever in the sea of live service and it just dies.
We'll see. They're so invested in this with Bungie too. I mean, that was a big part of them purchasing Bungie. Is they wanted their guidance
right now.
Sure, yeah, that's a good point.
Bungie is not in a good place right now. Like, they not even just the expansion. Like, I had a decent time with Lightfall. Like I was playing it with Sloan. We had a fun time. We always have fun time with Destiny. But in terms of the story, it wasn't as good as Witch Queen in 2021, or 2022, whenever that came out. Yeah, 2022. And I don't know, Bungie's not even in a good spot right now. Like, the game is not running well.
So do you think Bungie's guidance with these live service games isn't going to help all that much?
I don't know about that. I think that maybe them helping is affecting them more.
Okay.
But who knows though? Bungie is huge. Bungie is a very big studio. They are always doing a lot of stuff. Like Bungie has what, 2 other games in development in their house. Like they got a lot going on. I don't know if I don't know if it's technically PlayStation not using them properly. You know, like I don't know. Like I wish they would kind of just leave Bungie alone. I know they want to get more into this live service thing. But I just wish they would have just let it be their one live service game is Destiny. I don't know. Maybe one other one, you know. But not this many is just it's too much.
Yeah. So that's what I'm hopeful for, is that like they are smart enough to mix in single player announcements with the live service games. If I could get half and half, that'd be fucking great. And then I just think with the live service games, they gotta make it look cool, right? You gotta show gameplay and make it look good, you know? Like you can't show just like a CGI trailer for factions and then have people be like, oh, you know, there it is, you know, because that doesn't represent the game at all, really. Then
they haven't even done that yet. You know?
Yeah,
Like they haven't even really teased it yet with footage.
yeah, all we got is that concept art thing, you know?
Yeah.
And then show off these other multiplayer games and make them look cool, you know, like make it look like something the single player audience will want to play, because they're gonna have to sell their single player audience on that, which is pretty much all they have, really.
I don't know if they want to do that. I don't think that's what this is for.
What do you mean?
I think they're trying to get audiences that they don't have right now. Not that they're trying to drag the single
Sure,
player.
but the ones that are going to
them.
be watching this are the single player fans, right?
But see, that's my point. I don't think that I think that that's not what this is about. You know what I mean? I think that's why it's going to be I think it's going to be very jarring when they start doing that, because I don't think that they care. They want to get these other people watching it too.
Yeah, but like
You know what I mean?
you're not the people that are going to play factions and get really into that multiplayer audience. They don't even know about this. You know, they don't even know. Like they're.
I know. I think they're going to try. That's what all this is for. You know.
Sure. Yeah.
All of them to PlayStation. You know, that's what they want.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's just, yeah, those are just my hopes. I have no idea. They could come out next week and just announce all these live service games, and I come on here and not be very happy with PlayStation in the state that it's going in. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a big wake up call to a lot of people that them going into this live service route with all these multiplayer games, because the casual audience doesn't know. They don't realize that. They probably still just think, oh, PlayStation's making another God of War game, another Last of Us game, and all that, which they could be too. But it's going to be a big wake up call to the casual audience for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to name 3 studios, and I want you to tell me, is their game going to be here? Sony Bend, are they going to have something here?
No, I think that almost sounded like they were just starting up again, like whatever last year or the year before or whatever. So I would say no. I
mean, they were kind of, it was what, into 2020 when they were still like doing updates.
Yeah.
So,
well, that didn't even happen. Like the main guy leaving that studio didn't even happen until a couple years after Days Gone was already done. So
that was 2021, right?
Yeah. So I think whatever that project was didn't start until 2021. So I don't think it'll be here.
Okay. That San Diego studio, can't remember what it's called.
Yeah. So there's with the something art or whatever. So there's the rumor that.
Yeah, PlayStation Art Division or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. There's the rumor that division is now in the working out of San Diego studio, because there's apparently like a lot of room there or whatever, and they're making the rumored Uncharted game. I think that could be here. I think that was definitely a teaser in that live action commercial they just did, and I think that'd be a big pop too. So I think that'd be a good one to have here.
And Sucker Punch with Ghost 2. You think Ghost 2's here?
I don't know. Might be too early still.
You don't think so, Nick?
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think they do it next year for 2025. That's what I would say.
Yeah, that sounds more likely. I think that's a 5-year game development cycle right there with a Ghost 2.
Yeah. Because I think it's gonna be a nice big step up for that game. I know that we really like the game on the show, and I think with time, I like Ghost more looking back at it, even though it's still pretty generic open world stuff that I didn't really care for. That's why I kind of mainlined a lot of the stuff, did the duels and kind of mainlined the story. But I think that Ghost 2 is going to be a nice step up. Like I want to see Sucker Punch kind of like PlayStation gets a lot of these studios to kind of take another level up, and I hope that like Ghost seemed like a half level up. Like I want to see Sucker Punch take a level up. I hope that that's what it goes to. Is
Yeah, me too. One that I will throw out there that I think is possible is maybe a new IP, maybe something else, but something new from Sony Santa Monica, whatever Cory Barlog's working on.
too early. I know Corey's been working on something. Is it too early?
If there's a second team at Sony Santa Monica, no.
Then maybe not, yeah.
Yeah, if there's a whole totally second team that we don't know about going on in Santa
year?
Monica, it could be whenever, if he started working on that after God of War 1, it could be really far
At
along,
least
or
3 years probably.
yeah, or could be not far along at all. I have no idea, but we know he's working on something, so it could pop up here.
Why don't you call him?
Call him. Yeah, he's busy right now. We got it's a whole thing. More of a Neil fan, anyways. If I'm being honest.
Can you call him Neil? Does Neil know what
Yeah,
Corey's
I could
making?
call him. I'm sure he does. Yeah, we talk on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm pretty excited though. PlayStation's been quiet for a long time now, so I'm very excited to see the ball get rolling. Anything from third parties you guys can think of?
I was just gonna ask that, but I want to see what Nick. What do you think about first party PlayStation? Are you excited for anything? What do you think's gonna be here?
Well, going along the lines of you were talking about, what is this all going to be this year or looking down the future? You gotta look down the future a little bit, because besides Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine, what
That's
is
all we
there
really
to get
know.
excited? Yeah, what is there to get really excited about? So they really got to push out some other first party announcement at this show, whether it be another Uncharted game or something totally original. They got to get something out there. And the fact, we still don't know what Bluepoint's doing. Supposedly a remake of Metal Gear or whatever they're trying to do. I can't remember off the top
I think
of my
the
head.
rumor is they're doing a new IP, like a brand new game for themselves. I think is the rumor.
Okay. So whatever they got cooking up, you got to get me excited for next year. After Spider-Man 2, okay, what is there else to play? You got your third party games, yeah, of course. Like what after Street Fighter 6, what's Capcom got to show? Is it another Resident Evil remake? Who knows? Could it be Resident Evil? Supposedly there's a rumor about this Resident Evil Apocalypse, which I hope, whatever the rumors that been spread around, hope it's fall.
9 will be whatever 9 is. I think will be next.
Yeah. So I mean, and also you wanted to talk about PlayStation VR 2. We still don't have.
Yeah, we didn't say anything.
Yeah, well, I'll say we still don't have Resident Evil 4 VR 2 support yet. That was supposed to be, I think, announced a long time
Aren't they
ago.
also putting the remake in VR?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
The RE4 remake, yes.
Yeah.
So you might see that here. Everybody wants that Half-Life Alex. I don't think that'll be here.
Honestly, I just don't think Valve cares.
Yeah, if we hadn't gotten that yet, I don't think it's ever coming.
Yeah.
This is a very curious thing. This will actually show how much Sony cares about VR2.
I agree.
Yeah.
They will really show their cards here, depending on how much they hear.
We're getting an Astro game.
That's another one, right? That could be ready sometime soon. Are we getting whatever the next Astrobot game there?
An actual like 3D platformer Astro would be cool.
That would be my hope. Give me that. Well, give me one that works with both.
Ooh, that's how you do it. Those synergy PlayStation.
Yeah, exactly. Give me a 3D Astrobot platformer that works in VR, but also works just regular on the console.
Perfect.
Yeah, give me that.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, like I could see them putting maybe 15 minutes into VR in here.
Yeah,
and
15's a big chunk.
That is a big chunk. Yeah.
That's a fourth of this showcase.
I would honestly hope that a lot of the games. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but like I would hope a lot of the games are what we were just saying. With it works on the console. Like that Humanity game just came out. That works in VR, and that also just works on the console. I would hope a lot of them are like that.
Well, I think
maybe not first party.
Yeah, the real reason why I don't think VR, besides the price for VR2, sold really well, because it's only been available on PlayStation Direct. Now we're starting to see it come out to Best Buy, Amazon, GameStop, and stuff like that. So finally, you might get a little bit more push. Who knows? But it could all be about that price, because I saw that price and I was turned away. I was like, no, I'm good. I don't need this little gimmicky device to play this certain game. But like y'all said, if you have both VR and regular on-screen support, I'll be down to play the game.
Yeah.
If I really want to go into VR, then I'll think about later down the line. Hey, this game has a VR support. I might check it out. But
Yeah, I know they're kind of risking sales if they make a lot of those type of games. I just think you got to like make the VR just more of an accessory, an add-on accessory that you can get. That's just optional, but you could still play majority of the games without it. I think that's the route to go. 'Cause
They should do a TV
that
mode
might
in it.
entice people over time as well to buy a VR because it's like, oh, I really like this game. It'd be kind of cool to check out the VR thing. Maybe down the line, I'll buy a VR 2 or whatever.
You just use it as a screen, like a TV mode, and play everything through VR.
Can you do that? I have no idea.
I think you could just
I mean,
play it as a
yeah,
screen,
you
right?
can play. Yeah, you can play it as a screen, but I mean,
Yeah.
who would want? I mean,
I'm not.
I don't want to do
It's
that.
pretty
I don't
cool
want to do
though.
that. I mean,
It's
yeah,
just a cool
I could
option.
put God of War on the VR headset
Yeah.
and just play it off the VR headset. But I mean, it's not gonna be cool if I can't be first person Kratos beating the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of
So
third party, then let's get into that a little bit. I think third parties like to come in big at these showcases. Always a
yeah,
lot
we'll
of
have
big
to see
announcements
it.
at these. I think worst kept secret in the industry is this Metal Gear Solid 3 remake.
I just still don't believe it's real.
Really?
I know that it seems
I
to be.
think
I know that it seems to be keep hearing about it, and it's
yeah.
that Virtuos making it and stuff. I just refuse to believe until it's real. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
Konami, I refuse to believe anything Konami does until they show it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
So
pretty much a
like,
lock in my mind with this Metal Gear Solid 3 thing. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't.
yeah,
The
we'll have to
rumors
see,
had just been
really.
going around a bit too much around this one. So yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
there. I think it's gonna be a time PS5 exclusive. All that.
it's probably gonna be like the Silent Hill 2,
Silent Hill 2,
right? It'll
yeah.
come everywhere a year later or whatever.
Yeah, or whatever. You bring up a good point. Resident Evil 9, Nick. Maybe I mean, they do like to get going on those things pretty quick. I just don't see that being next year. So maybe
Already
they
been
hold
2
off another
years
year.
since 8.
Yeah, will that be? I guess they could. I mean, Capcom does put those out
Multiple
pretty quickly.
teams.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I mean, they could put something not even Resident Evil, like I said before on the show. They could do Dino Crisis or Onimusha.
I would like to see that, but Onimusha, no
games,
way.
I love Onimusha, but I would love to see that be remade with next gen graphics and stuff. But like I said,
what it'll probably be is Pragmata.
We haven't seen Pragmata. You're
that
right.
that
That's
popped
it.
out at a.
You nailed it.
That was at a PlayStation showcase already.
Yep.
So I
and
can
it
see
will
that
be
being
back.
there.
You're right. It was 3 years ago. It was in
Yeah.
2020. It was the announcement. You're so right, Connor. That's it. 100%. You will see Pragmata. We've been talking about Pragmata for sure.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
And I hope that's cool. I hope that's just. Do we know if that's like a horror game or whatever?
We have no idea.
We have no idea. Okay. Because like I'm just picturing like Capcom's version of Dead Space, and it's like that sounds fun. Give me that.
Dude, Capcom making a Dead Space game? Oh.
I'm trying to think of other big third parties that'll be there. There's rumors that the Persona 3 remake is gonna appear at the Xbox showcase going on today. So
even
who knows? We'll see with that.
I mean, they've been kind of getting in bed with Atlas a little bit because like I know the Xbox is a little bit in bed with Sega, and Sega owns Atlas, so they maybe you get that at Xbox.
I'm just saying that's probably not gonna be here because it's sounding like that'll be. Yeah, they like doing that too. Yeah, who knows? That's just one to throw out there. So I think other big third parties. EA got anything on the table? I can't really think of.
Honestly, EA just does marketing deals with PlayStation. They don't really reveal anything there.
Yeah, they really don't.
They don't.
I don't know.
Well,
my pie in the sky hope. Oh, go ahead, Nick.
I was not going to talk about third party, but what they really need to start talking or get more people into is their premium PlayStation Plus premium service, because it's been kind of lackluster with the backwards compatibility with like old PlayStation 1 games. They need to start getting a couple of those old games back in. Yeah,
so they're still missing a lot of stuff there.
So you were mentioning EA, and we were talking way before the show started. We talked about EA Sports Big. Hell, I would like to see SSX up there. Turkey. Well, I highly doubt they'll have NBA or NFL because I deal with the Players Association and everything like that. But yeah, I would like to see those old classic PS2 games back up there.
I have 2 more games. They're going to be here. Tekken 8. It was at the State of Play. We haven't really seen a big trailer.
Oh, was that? Okay.
Tekken 8,
Could
maybe.
get a release date for that.
I'm gonna
right?
guess probably not, but they could do a release date, yeah. And then the last one is one that was at a state of play as well. It was at the state of play for the one with Ishin and stuff. It was the last Ronin game or whatever. That other
Oh
Koei
yeah,
Tecmo game.
yeah. I wonder if that will be there.
Oh, Stellar Blade.
Ooh,
Stellar
Stellar Blade. Yeah, that's a good call. That's supposed to come
Yes,
out this
the
year still.
Bayonetta game
Yeah.
thing. Yes.
Yeah, good
You're
call on
right. That is
one.
this year, right?
Yeah,
Supposed to be?
that's slated this year. Yeah,
That's got to be here.
yeah. That they someone needs to get going on that. I forget who. Oh yeah, isn't some Chinese
It's a
developer for
Korean.
that?
No, it's
Oh,
a Korean.
Korean. That was it. Yeah,
Some Korean team.
yeah. That game looks cool too.
It
Yeah, so
does.
hopefully
Really
that's
cool,
there.
yeah.
Pie in the Sky for third party for me. The new Bioshock. I don't know where that is. I don't know when that's gonna pop up. Someone give it to me though.
Take-Two, they have been quiet in general. Maybe they're ready for their own thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got a Hail Mary one
Ooh, give it
because
to me.
I saw Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh, that'd be the place.
Rockstar
Yeah, that'd
wants
be
their
fun.
own stage.
Yeah, I mean,
Wouldn't it be
Rockstar.
big if
What do they
PlayStation
do?
bought
Don't they
it?
typically just drop it on YouTube, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. They just
Yeah, they'll
drop it.
probably
Rockstar
just do
wants
that.
their own stage. They don't. The thing.
A lot of people are theorizing the 10th anniversary of GTA 5. They'll drop the trailer.
Ooh,
A few months away,
Okay.
4 months ish.
September, right?
So. Yeah, September. So that'd be a good time.
It's funny, like Rockstar is one of the few developers that people need. Rockstar does not need anyone else.
No, not at all.
PlayStation needs Rockstar more than Rockstar needs PlayStation. Like Rockstar could
That other company bought fucking Activision and Blizzard. We need something. Give us something.
Rockstar, and then Rockstar's like, oh yeah, well GTA 5 sold 180 million copies, so we don't really care.
Fucking insane. Get into
It's
that later.
unreal.
But yeah, all right, next week, guys. So very excited. I hope Spider-Man 2 just knocks our fucking socks off. That's what I hope.
What would make it knock your socks off? Because honestly, I don't. As much as
Honestly, I've been thinking about this. Like, what are they gonna do to make the sequel? And that rumored going through the different multiverses thing could be a really cool spin on it. Also, switching between Miles and Peter could also be a really cool spin on it too.
I hope it's not co-op.
Yeah, I hope
want
not
a single
co-op.
player game.
Yeah, for sure. But
Is
a
Miles going to
co-op
be
thing
like
could be cool.
Atreus?
I don't know. What do you do with that? You know, you could make a co-op thing cool. I don't necessarily
Yeah.
hate co-op. You know,
So here's my question: is Miles going to be like Atreus?
that'd be cool, right? I was thinking more of a GTA 5 style. You could just switch back
Yeah,
and
I'm about to say,
forth.
yeah.
So you're
switch-
switching.
Yeah.
You switch to Trevor, and he's over in like Manhattan,
Right,
you
right,
know,
right.
peeing on a
Miles.
dog.
Yeah, the
Or
Miles is peeing on the dog.
Miles is peeing on a dog, and
Miles wakes up drunk
Manhattan.
in a fucking dumpster.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, last night was fucking crazy. That'd be cool. But I was thinking, like, it'd be really cool to do that in combat, you know? Like, imagine you're, like, swinging, kick someone in the face as Peter, then you switch to Miles, and, like, you know, he's swinging in, punching someone or some shit.
Switching would have to be real quick.
Yeah, exactly. You would need to do it. SSD, man. The power of the SSD,
The power
right?
of the PlayStation.
Yeah. How many fucking terabytes they got in there, you know? But yeah, I hope Spider-Man 2 just knocks their socks off. I don't think it like needs to or anything. Spider-Man's just gonna be Spider-Man. It's gonna look cool no matter what. But like,
Ready?
if it's just Peter swinging around New York and it looks like Spider-Man did on the last version, that's not gonna do much, right?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
The last shot of the trailer is going to tease Ghost Spider.
Ooh.
Ghost Spider is now the new name for Spider-Gwen instead of Spider-Gwen.
Ooh.
She's going to be the tease right at the last. It's going to be a shot of her.
I suppose you could knock our socks off with character reveals and like story stuff too, right? Yeah.
That's how you're going to do it, right?
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Spider-Gwen will
here
be the
first.
final shot.
Spider-Gwen. All right. I like it.
I'm going to guess that I'm going to also just guess. And this is, a very future guess. I'm going to guess that we're not going to like this game as much as the other two games. It's going to be a great game. I'm just guessing that this is going to be in the vein of Ragnarok, where it's like super ambitious, but maybe doesn't hit every beat that we liked of the original game. But it's just ambitious with a lot of characters. I think that that's going to kind of be where this game lands. I think they're going to try to aim high and maybe not quite hit the mark as high as we wanted it to be, but it's going to still be great.
Okay.
Like
I think a lot of people
Insomniac is
describe the
just-
last one as that, right?
I know. And like, if you look at it, Insomniac's as much as we all love Insomniac games, they don't really push above a 9 in terms of like their Metacritic. Like, none of their games really get that high. they're just all at like like certain bar of quality, and that's where they pretty much stick at. They don't really reach above that. So I don't know if this is the game. Maybe it could be. Maybe I'm wrong.
Sounds like you need some character to die in this Spider-Man 2
Oh
game
no!
for you to hit that 9 or 10 level. That's what you need.
Kill
Who are they gonna
Peter.
kill?
Peter.
No, you don't kill
Fuck
Peter.
yeah.
Get out of
Kill
my
Peter.
face.
You could totally kill
Get
Peter
out
in
of
this. Hell
You
yeah.
kill
You just play as
Peter,
Miles?
I won't play the game.
Really? I would actually quite
I
enjoy
will
if they
sell
killed
my
Peter.
game.
All right. If Peter dies in the first 10 minutes of this game,
I won't
Let's
play.
go. Gets his head bashed in with a
Uh,
fucking golf club. I would love that.
Wow.
Kingpin does it. Let's go.
Abby comes into this game.
The multiverse, bro. It's fucking real.
Yeah, that's how you
Spider-Verse.
start the multiverse.
Abby is Spider-Gwen. Let's go.
Whoa.
All right, guys. We spent a long time on this, so let's move on. Next Wednesday. Very excited. I'm calling to work.
Yes.
Can't wait. Tell my boss I'm
Are you
sick.
really doing that?
Fuck yeah.
It's for one showcase for an hour. You're
I'm
like,
not missing these
No,
a PlayStation showcase when they fucking been off for 2 years. All right, I'm not.
And
I'm
then
not missing it.
you walk into work the following day. It's like, did you have a good day out? You know, you were busy, and you're like,
I'm gonna say
these
I'm
live
sick.
service games. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, and I'm just pissed. Like fucking A. It's all multiplayer. I sell my PlayStation the next day. All right.
Your coworkers have no idea what you're talking about.
Next up, The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom has sold a whopping 10 million copies in its first 3 days, making it the fastest-selling game in the series. Guys, more like Tears of the what fucking time is it? Jesus Christ! Have you guys been playing this game? Holy shit, man!
Not as much as I want to. But
Oh
I
my
have.
god! I look at the clock when I'm playing this game. I'm like, how's it been 3 hours? What the fuck? I've been in this one shrine this whole time.
I can't solve it.
Just fucking around with shit. Okay, 10 million copies, fastest selling Zelda game. Daniel, we've been talking about this all year. What's going to be the highest selling game of the year? I think Tears of the Kingdom is going to give Hogwarts a run for its money here.
I don't think it will. Just at the end of the day, just because I think that Hogwarts being on multiple platforms might help it a lot. Yeah, I mean, this is like
It hit the 10 million mark quicker than Hogwarts did.
Yeah, I think it'll be. I mean, it's gonna be a top 5. I think at this point.
I think it's a top 3 at this point.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's
Call
going to
of
be
Duty,
Hogwarts, this Call of Duty. Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're probably right.
maybe.
Madden-
Actually, you've brought
Madden
this
or
up
FIFA?
before, but Diablo 4 that could be
Diablo
that could
4.
be huge.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll have to see next month with that one.
I think this is sold as much as Pokemon, right?
Yeah,
Scarlet
yeah.
and
I
Violet,
believe
right?
they said on Kind of Funny yesterday.
Or was that 12?
It hit the 10 million mark quicker than Pokemon did,
Okay. Yeah, I know it's right around that same mark though.
or it might have been the same thing. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, it definitely close. So, yeah, that's awesome. It's insane. This shows you that hey, maybe we don't need to make all these live service games. Maybe just single players where you could make a lot of money too.
PlayStation's not listening to you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Don't listen to me. Yeah, it's like Hogwarts. I mean, other games too that are like selling, and they're just single player games. Maybe people like single player games.
Nah,
Who would have guessed?
Single player games will die in the next 2 years. Don't worry.
Yeah, single player games are dead.
They're
You're
dead.
right.
They're dead. Yeah, no, this is awesome to see. It's crazy how this game is really taken over, just like social media, and everyone's talking about it. It is the hotness right now, right? Everyone's talking about this game. It's just everywhere you look. Tears of the Kingdom. It's cool to see.
It's just
man.
crazy to see Zelda in general. Like, if you look at the history of Zelda, Zelda has been a critical darling, but it's never been a mass seller.
Super
you
high
know,
selling,
it's-
yeah. I think
I think
someone said yesterday
Twilight Princess was
this
the highest.
this is already sold higher than Twilight Princess.
and I think Twilight was like 8 million, I think.
Something like
somewhere
that, yeah.
around
That had the
7 or
advantage
8
too of
million.
being GameCube and Wii.
Yeah. And I think that was the
Granted,
previous
different
high
times,
before-
right? Video games are way more popular
Yeah.
now than they were. So
For sure.
yeah,
But it's always been a critical darling. It wasn't until Breath of the Wild and the popularity of the Switch that exploded that game into, I think it's around 32 million or 35 million for Breath of the Wild, which is insane. It's an insane amount, and this I think is probably going to reach around there. I mean, yeah, it might hit around 30 million.
could get higher at this point, man. At the pace it's going at right now. I mean,
I mean,
who knows,
Pokemon
yeah.
slowed, so maybe this will slow a bit too. I don't know.
Yeah, the thing that could slow it down is if a new console gets announced, right? But then again, they could port this over to the new console, and that could just make it sell even more eventually. So
Or if it's a pack-in, maybe that'll
yeah, that
bump it up
too.
as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm at 10 million. Awesome. See, Nick. Anything? 10 million. You were one of the copies.
Yeah.
You posted it. You added to that 10 million. Congratulations.
Yeah, I did. I
did.
did. Unfortunately, I caved out.
Unfortunately.
I'm not a Zelda guy, man. I played Wind Waker when it first came out, Twilight Princess, and I kind of fell off. But I'm hearing all the hype about this Tears of the Kingdom. I skipped Breath of the Wild. Like I said, I only played maybe a good hour of that, and I was like, I'm not feeling this. And I've put more time into Tears of the Kingdom than I have Breath of the Wild. And I'm just playing in, like Connor's like, I'll play 3 hours. I'm losing track of time. I'm only doing little chunks at a time because I can already see myself, losing a whole day trying to play this game. My Switch constantly keeps dying every time I play this game. I'm like, But I mean, congrats for Nintendo putting out another amazing game.
Still not having quite the year here with maybe not like super well game, but just with the Mario movie and this.
Pretty solid.
Yeah,
Fire
they had that
Emblem?
Fire Emblem, and then there was something else there too. Oh, Metroid Prime Remastered. That did pretty well.
Oh,
stuff
well, that's
like
an
that.
older game, but yeah.
Yeah, they're having a good year here. It's
Yeah.
everywhere I look, I see fucking
Pikmin.
Nintendo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Pikmin will be out, and I don't know if they're gonna have anything for the fall,
Ooh,
but we'll see.
I don't think so. No remasters.
I don't
or
know.
anything?
I mean, they don't even have like another direct really announced. Maybe they'll do one in like September. They've done one in September before, so
Yeah, hasn't
maybe
there
they'll do
always
one.
been the June Direct, right? Like the E3
Yeah.
Direct. Don't they always do
They
that?
said they weren't doing one this year.
Really
Wow.
interesting.
I
Did they
think they
do one
might do
last year around
like
that time?
I don't think so. They did one for E3 2021.
Yeah.
But I don't think they did one last year. I think they did one in September last year. So I think we'll probably get that again.
That sucks. I want a Direct soon.
I don't
Yeah,
think we'll get
you're
one
probably
soon.
right up with September.
They're
there,
gonna
right
ride to
around.
Pikmin, this
Yeah.
game into Pikmin, and then
Okay.
probably September.
That's unfortunate. Oh well, they got money, so they don't care.
10 million, 10 million copies. That's all
Wiping
they
their
need to do.
tears with $100
Yeah.
bills, you know.
Oh, one last thing. It's this much money. On top of that, it's their first $70 game.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
$70 games are here to stay, boys.
Well,
Great.
they paid $70 for
Great.
mine.
Yeah, it's funny how much people actually didn't end up caring about that, with this in Hogwarts. It's just yeah, people
Only
did not
paid
care.
$13
God of War
for
2.
mine.
Really?
Whoa.
What'd you get? What are you, one of those coupon people? You ever watch those shows with the crazy coupon ladies? Like they got
No.
they end up like
I
the
did.
the store owes them 10 cents after the end of it.
You pay me for these groceries.
Yeah, I did that little measly trade. I had some games on
Oh,
that
there you
GameStop
go.
list. I was like,
Oh yeah.
I got this game. I got that game. Hell yeah, let me go ahead and get Tears of the Kingdom.
My GameStop closed down near me, but I still have like $25 in like store credit there. And I'm like,
That's
well,
just
how
on
the
your
fuck-
account,
how
though.
the fuck am I supposed to get that? And I gotta go find a random GameStop somewhere.
You're in Milwaukee. You're a big city.
And there's no GameStops, man. GameStop.
That's crazy.
No, there's one like not too far, but I can drive all the way there. Am I gonna get it?
I mean, you have money there, though. Buy something with it.
25.
Buy an amiibo. Get a Link amiibo.
I'm not.
You can
getting
use
that.
it for the game.
I am
have
not
so
going
many
down that
Zelda
route.
amiibos,
No, see,
and
that's
I
the
am-
problem.
Every day,
You
I can
start
do it
with
one. time a
one.
day.
You start with one. All of a sudden, I need them all. I'm not fucking doing it.
All these Zelda amiibos. I'm getting free food and weapons all the time.
Oh, is that what you get with the Zelda amiibo?
With the Zelda? Oh yeah, I get
Yeah.
a chest and food and like items all the
I
time.
accidentally hit the amiibo fucking thing every time I fucking play this game. Like, no, I don't have an amiibo. Get the fuck out of here. All right. Damn, we got some news to get through still. All right, let's rattle through these. Deviation Games has laid off 90 employees. The new studio, founded by former Call of Duty devs in 2020, announced they were making an FPS game published by PlayStation in 2021, and we haven't heard from them since. Guys, this is an odd story here, right? I was gonna mention
Yeah.
Deviation Games during the PlayStation showcase, but with this news, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. I think it's
People could
quite
show something.
it's possible. Well, so they had a little over 100 employees. Firing 9 of them, to me, this sounds like they're starting over. To me, it sounds like whatever game they were making wasn't working out well, wasn't fleshing out. Maybe PlayStation was unhappy with it. Maybe they were unhappy with it just internally. We don't know. But to me, it sounds like they're starting from scratch here. They fired all their employees, and they're going to start hiring up again to make something different.
Yeah. Do you think that this? So does this mean they're not gonna? I thought this would be their next purchase. All these different ones they were new studios that they were working with. I thought they'd be purchasing them. You don't think that?
I don't think so now. I think it's quite possible PlayStation saw what they were working on, and they were like, we're not feeling this too much. We're going to pull back a little bit here. And maybe that's even why they had to let go of a lot of their employees.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks for them.
It sucks for them, but like, it's I'd prefer you to cancel games than bad games come out, right? Like, not shit on Redfall too much, but I would have preferred that game be canceled than come out the way it is.
I guess.
And like, I'm not advocating for people to lose their jobs or anything. Like, I would have preferred all these people kept their jobs, stay there, and then just start over and making a new game. But that's not the way business works, I guess, right?
Yeah, sometimes you just got to put out a product, and
yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Nick, anything on this?
Sorry, I totally blacked out on that whole conversation. I had a phone call to make.
Oh, that's fine. It's just deviation games. Don't worry about it. We won't hear about them for another 5 years.
Oh no.
Next up, there's a rumor going around that a Disney Smash-like game called Disney Domination is in development at Square Enix. Said to have been in development since 2018. The game will have a 2D platformer single-player campaign and will feature 55 characters and 60 stages. This is a wild rumor.
I know it is. I saw this and I had to put it in here.
Yeah, it's like really speculated
rumors,
that this isn't real with some of the images and stuff going around. There are images online that you can look up and see of these games. It's supposed to be like an edgy Disney thing being made by Square Enix. This sounds cool. It sounds like a weird fever dream, but
I thought it was a crazy story, so I just put it in here. I don't think it's even true.
I don't know if it is either. It'd be hilarious if it was. I'd buy this.
Yeah, me too. It sounds like multiverses, but just more ramped up. And with all these Disney properties, they have so much you could do.
Yeah.
It'd be like Darth Vader fighting like
fucking Thanos or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. And Thanos.
Cool. Yeah, all of them there. Yeah, that'd be really fun. It sounds fun. I like the idea of a 2D platformer campaign to go along with it too. That sounds cool. But yeah, who knows? This is weird. Has Square ever what fighting games has Square made? I know they have like those random like Final Fantasy fighting games, right?
Yeah, the Dissidia fighting fantasy.
Yeah,
Final Fantasy fighting game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Square isn't big in the fighting game scene.
Yeah, if you want to go all the way back to PlayStation 1 era, you got what was that? Eargears.
What? I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, hold on. I'll try to find.
Way back. That's a throwback. I have no idea what that is. Damn. But yeah, whatever Smash-like game, and Multiverses did pretty well, but until it was we found out it was in beta. Yeah,
game never came out. Never came out. What are you ever talking about? Never.
I played that game. I played a good chunk of that game.
No, you didn't. You didn't play that game.
I didn't.
I don't want you to remember it.
What did I play?
I'm actually curious. Actually, I've always wanted to ask you. Like, how do you feel? You paid what? Did you pay like $50-$60?
No, it wasn't that much.
But you still paid a pretty penny, though, didn't you? You paid a bit, didn't you? And then they just take it. And then they're just taking it away.
No, all my stuff is they're not taking it away because they're going to bring it back. If they don't bring it back, that's when there's the problem. But...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You cannot play that right now, can you?
But I don't even have it installed anyways.
I
got what I wanted.
See,
the thing is, but I got what I wanted out of that game, and then that's it. Like, I don't know if I want to go back to it anyway.
It's annoying. Surely it's got to be annoying, though. Like, you pay for a game thinking that, I'm sure it said somewhere in the fucking terms and conditions of, like, we can take this game, blah, blah, blah. But, like, surely it's piss take. Like, you bought that game, and then they're like, because it's not doing well consistently, they're like, right, it was always in beta. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, no, it wasn't. You never stated it was in beta. I mean,
they did. No, they did. They did.
It's bullshit.
It was plastered everywhere. Anyway, hello.
You might lose me. Connor, have you had your ears lowered?
Have I what?
Have you had your ears lowered?
Lowered?
No.
No.
No. What kind of question?
I don't think
is
you
that?
could do that.
That's a very British thing to say. Oh, have you had an haircut?
And people say, "Have you had your ears lowered?"
Yeah,
I've heard of this, but
I am not.
Whatever fucking
Are
backwards
we-
country
okay.
you live in.
Are we
Jesus.
on this podcast?
I'm glad you're here because we've been shitting on the UK this whole episode, and it's just been
Oh,
lovely.
mate, you should. We're fucking so.
Have you had your
At least
ears
you
lowered?
agree. At least you agree.
Okay, I mean, we get free healthcare, like the fucking king. We spend all our money on the fucking king.
You have a
Like,
king?
sure.
He didn't die yet?
Apparently
The
so.
coronation just happened.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, he's for that cost us a load of money. That could have gone to like the poor or something. But no, King Charles got to get his fucking. He had to have his royal concert with Lionel Richie. Not even.
Shout out to Lionel Richie though. Come on.
Wait, Lionel Richie, mate, has had some plastic surgery done. Let me tell you.
I'm sure he doesn't
Them
look
light-
great, but his music's awesome.
Them lights, man. Them lights will melt in his face. Let me tell you. He was like, "Listen, I can do one song and one song only because I will melt on your stage." Like, no problem, sir, Lionel Richie. Don't worry.
Okay, moving on from the exciting news of the UK having a new king. The tears of the kingdom are no more. Next up, Insider Gaming is reporting that they'll be adding more developers to work on Assassin's Creed. It'll be up to 2,800 developers just on Assassin's Creed. Also, rumors are suggesting that Assassin's Creed Mirage has been internally delayed from August to October of this year. Bum, bum, bum. Guys, Assassin's Creed, get more developers. Everyone in the world, you have to work
He's
on
just
Assassin's
gone more
Creed
into
now.
it, right? It sells a lot for them, so.
I mean, yeah, it's their major thing, right? So, good on you, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, they're basically pumping in half of the amount of developers that work in Nintendo just to work on one IP. That's how many people work at Ubisoft. It's insane.
God damn. All right,
Yeah.
well, Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed Mirage, October.
I'm excited for
sound like?
Mirage.
Yeah, me too. It's sounding cooler and cooler the closer
October
we get.
could be
so.
a weird month.
Yeah, that's a busy time. I wish it. I don't even want it to be August though now either. August is busy too. It's like
It's Armored Core.
yeah, it's. I mean, there's a lot there. It's. I don't know.
Why
It's
is
just-
it here? October could be Alan Wake, Hellblade. We don't know what's happening. Every month has like
It's-
7 big games.
It's too much. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to get to it in October. That might be too busy of a time for me to play an Assassin's Creed game. But
This year's gonna have to lead into next year for me.
yeah. Nick, you an Assassin's Creed guy?
I mean, I liked Odyssey a lot. I didn't really care too much for Valhalla or anything like that. I mean, I think what they wanted to go backwards with Mirage.
Yeah, Mirage is
Where
the
it's
rumored
not
supposed
so
to
much of
be
a-
more of a traditional Assassin's Creed game.
That's where I'm kind of iffy on. It's like you've been doing this open world kind of Assassin's Creed thing for what, about 3 games now, and you're taking us backwards with it. That's where I'm getting kind of iffy.
Yeah, but that's what I
feelings
want.
I mean, I know there's an audience for it. I can tell you, I agree that the open world with Odyssey, it was just too much. Like
It's too
I
much.
put
Yeah, it's way too much.
Yeah, I put way too much hours into that because there was so much to do. But I mean, I'm probably just comparing it to the first Assassin's Creed and how that was when it first came out. And I'm like, it's kind of man. But I mean, they could pull it off.
Give me
If
those
they get all
feathers
these
back.
get all these developers to work on it, then we can pull it off. Yeah.
Right. 2,800 employees. You should be able to make this game in like a day, right?
I don't think it works that way.
All in
I
bones.
think it does. All right, cool. Next up, then, Telltale's The Expanse will launch on July 27th and will be followed by one episode every 2 weeks for the running 5 episodes. Guys, here it is. Telltale's The
Ooh.
Expanse. Telltale
We were just talking about it
reemerged
last week.
from the grave. You know, they rose up. They're back. First game is The Expanse. Looks pretty cool.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah, we were
excited.
just talking about it last week. We didn't really know when it was coming out, how it was coming out. It's nice that they're doing that cadence, really quick cadence. I think that's going to do really well for them.
Yeah.
I think every 2 weeks is weird. I wish they would just do every week, do it more like a TV show.
Give me
but-
the whole thing at once. Like, I would have preferred you just delay it. What is that? 6 weeks or whatever?
You
8 weeks?
gotta binge play it.
Yeah,
play it.
and that's probably what I'll do anyways. I'll just wait for the whole thing to come out, then I'll just play it. But If I'm being honest, I don't even know if I'll play this because I've never seen the Expanse. I don't know if I'll be.
Yeah, me too.
Is it going to be a thing where like you have to see the Expanse to really like fully understand this, or?
I hope not. I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not too. I don't think
for their sake. I hope not.
Who the fuck has watched the Expanse?
Yeah. What service platform is that on?
Amazon.
Who's watching? Never mind.
That's what I'm saying.
Never mind.
That's what I'm saying. No one has Amazon.
If you're not watching The Boys,
no, people have Amazon. They're just not. It's The Boys. You're right. That's the one thing.
That's the only one that's broke through for them. You know.
Oh well,
yeah.
Invincible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love Invincible.
Sick.
Invincible.
I need to watch Invincible.
Yeah, don't, because season 2 is gonna take like another decade before it comes out. So.
Oh no.
But look on the bright side. Only 1 decade.
Only 1 decade. Yeah, that's a good point. And 2 decades later, we'll get season 3. So. Whatever. Well, I'll be dead by the time it's done. Yeah, Telltale The Expanse, July 27th. Look forward to it. Next up, Rockstar has updated us on some sales number. GTA 5 has now sold 180 million copies worldwide, while Red Dead Redemption 2 has sold 53 million worldwide. Rockstar, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
disappointing numbers are Red Dead.
Is it?
It should be higher.
Yeah, it should be, but 53 million. I mean, it's one of the highest selling games of all time.
Yeah, Red Dead 2 is still the highest selling game of all time. It should be more.
Yeah, I'm
agree.
with you, Sims. Should be more. But nonetheless.
Especially for one. So that means Red Dead 1's what, like 20 something?
No, altogether it was like 75 million with 1 included.
With 1 included. So yeah, and 2 is what, 50 something?
2 is 53 million.
Okay. So yeah, so about 20 million for 1.
Yeah.
Like that's awesome. Go play 1. Red Dead 1 needs some more love. It might be a 360 game, but it's one of the greatest.
25 million is a lot of copies, dude. So
it is. Buy more copies of it.
Yeah, let's all buy more
another
copies of Red Dead 1. Remake 1. God, I'm so sad that got canceled. Whatever that was.
Was it actually real though? Wasn't that just a
I mean, I think it was like supposed to be. Yeah, I'm gonna count it as real. That and the GTA 4 one. It's just those are a shame because those are like 2 of my favorite Rockstar games. So that would have been awesome to replay both of those. What I really want is the bundle of Red Dead 1 and 2, where Red Dead 2 ends and it leads right into 1. Give me that. Give me that.
That's what a dream. What a dream that
game
is
right there. Jesus. Beyond that,
I have
for like
a question.
year.
Before we move from Rockstar. So it's 180 something million for GTA 5. Is there any chance? What?
Oh, sorry, I'm talking to my kid. There's a guy in the parachute. Yeah, he's doing great stuff.
Is there any chance GTA 6 sells more than 180 million copies?
100%.
Yeah, because so? They're going to release it, and then you're not going to get the GTA 7 for another 15 years.
Yeah. Exactly. I just think they're going to do the same thing.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying you are, but like, I don't know. 15. I think GTA 7 will be quicker than this was. Personally, I think that the turnaround will be a little bit quicker.
That's wishful thinking if I ever heard it.
I just think
10 years. I don't think they're going to ride off the 6 for 10 years.
They're going to know how to milk this one better than this one.
Yeah,
as daft as that sounds.
That's true. That is true.
More season passes, more cars. Hell, they'll probably fucking expand the world somehow. This is going to be the biggest game of all time. It will be, no doubt, no question about it. And I think I wouldn't be surprised if they did if it was all online. Even the story, it was like this is one big online world, which will be a piss take because I don't want to be doing my story missions and then having fucking Big Dick 96 shoot me with a bazooka and it's flying by.
Yeah, like I don't want to get shot by a big dick when I'm just driving around, you know.
Exactly. I mean, I know women that probably wouldn't mind
that. Oh, all right. On that note, I gotta roll out, fellas.
Okay, Nick. We'll see you later.
Bye, Nick.
All right, y'all. Catch you later.
Go run in a big dick on GTA. All right. See you later.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I think there's definitely a chance though for GTA 6 to hit those numbers, get that high. I think if you remember, GTA 5 didn't launch that well with the multiplayer side, with the online stuff. So I think if they come correct right away out the door like that, it's gonna hit big fucking numbers right there. So Yeah, I don't know. And then just over time, yeah, get up there. I mean, it's gonna take a long time, obviously, to hit 180 million, but I think it will.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Next up, then our last news story: the video game Circana numbers of April 2023 have been released. It's time for another Connor Circana corner. Sims, hit the song. He's not here. He's not hitting the song.
Nope.
Oh well, you'll have to imagine the song in your own head.
Circana, what are the numbers today? Are they gonna be up or are they gonna be down? And so
I barely understood what he said.
Okay, great.
I'm not to lose this, did I? I've got a different way home.
No, you did fantastic. Don't worry about it. We'll go through the top 20 then. Number 20, Super Mario 3D World. Super Mario 3D World getting up there, Daniel. Bit weird.
Yeah.
I guess that Mario movie, you know.
Yeah, it was a Mario movie, yeah.
Number 19, Madden NFL 23. Number 18, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Number 17, The Last of Us Part 1. Number 16. You said what?
He's here.
Who's here?
Sorry, I took my kid.
Jesus Christ. Tell your kid to be quiet. Number 16, New Super Mario Bros. Number 15, new one, Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. I like
15?
that. I like that.
Out to that game. Yeah, good for them.
Number 14, another new one, the Final Fantasy 1-6 bundle. Got all the way up there. 14.
Look at that.
Yeah, that sold really well, man. That's kind of incredible.
Surprising.
Yeah.
You think they'll put that on Xbox?
No.
Absolutely not.
No, I don't.
I hope so. Every other Final Fantasy is. Except for 16
except
now,
through 1-6, yeah.
Now that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next, number 13, Minecraft. Number 12, Elden Ring. Number 11, Minecraft Legends.
Elden Ring got out of the top 10. No, what are you people doing with your life?
And Minecraft got in here twice with Minecraft and Minecraft Legends.
What?
How could it sold that well?
Yeah, true. Well, it's on other platforms too. That's why.
Oh yeah.
It is on PlayStation.
Yeah, I guess that has a big Switch audience, right?
Yeah.
Minecraft Legends. Yeah.
I mean, it's Minecraft, so people will buy Minecraft everywhere.
Yeah. Number 10, Mario Kart 8. Number 9, FIFA 23. Number 8, new one. This is surprising. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection got all the way up to 8. That's crazy.
I haven't even bought it. Let's go though. That's
yeah.
That's one of my childhood favorites. Let's go.
Is it? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's crazy. I was not expecting that to get that high up. That's nuts. I wonder if Capcom looks at that and thinks like, oh, we got to get going on a new Mega Man game here.
What a mainline? Where's the Blue Bomber? Mega Man 11 was like 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like they don't pump out Mega Man games like they do their other franchises. So.
I know. Give me Mega Man 12.
Number 7, PGA Tour. Number 6, Hogwarts Legacy. Number 5, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Number 4, Resident Evil 4 Remake. Number 3, MLB The Show 23. Number 2, new one, Dead Island 2. Got all the way up to number 2. Way to go.
I told you, that name is way bigger than people think.
Yeah.
When people see Dead Island, that's a big name.
Yeah.
It's a wicked game. Made in Nottingham.
Are you playing it, Sims?
No, but he knows where it's made.
It was made literally up the road where I live.
Oh, okay.
That's
cool.
awesome.
You can
You'll just go work on the game.
Well, I actually I applied to be a QA tester on it.
Oh,
they were like, you don't have any experience. I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm like, I'm playing it.
You could give me experience, you know? Like,
exactly. That's the problem nowadays. You have experience. No one wants to give you the
experience to everything. Yeah. And then your number 1 for the month of April, Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Let's go, baby. And that was only 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Let's go.
Power of Star Wars.
Good game. Good game.
Power Star Wars. And that'll do it for the news of the week. We'll now move on to what we've been playing. Does anyone want to talk about anything besides Tears of the Kingdom to start? Okay, go ahead, Danny.
Well, you remember I didn't beat Jedi Fallen Order.
Survivor.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't beat Jedi Survivor. I finished it. I was like just a few missions away. Yes, Sims was really, really close to beating it too. But yeah, I beat that. I think I beat it on the Friday, right after we did the show. Yeah, what an awesome game. Love it. So good. They definitely leave the door open a little bit more than I wish they did. I kind of wish it was a little bit more. Not that it's like super open, but like I'm trying not to spoil anything. I kind of just wish it was a little bit more complete. Um, yeah, great game, great characters. There was some really good character moments in the game. Wasn't crazy about really like any of the boss battles. Like some of them had really cool spectacles. There's like two of them in particular. I think had really cool spectacles. But the boss battles really didn't do a lot for me. But overall, great game.
Cool. Yeah, I haven't touched it all week, but I platinumed it last week, so
Yeah.
I'm clapping, but I'm driving.
You're what while you're driving?
I said I'm clapping, but I'm driving.
You're
so
huffing?
like, imagine me clapping.
Oh, he's clapping. He's clapping.
Clapping. Oh, okay. While you're driving, that sounds dangerous, Sim. So you should
That is
probably
dangerous.
have your hands up there.
I'm trying. You know
Go-
what?
Going 70 down the highway right now, and I'm clapping, guys. It's okay, people. Sims drives a Tesla, so he's
Yeah,
fine.
no,
Drives itself.
Self-driving.
Drives itself. It's fine.
they're not legally allowed to drive themselves.
Oh.
Star Wars, yeah, very good. I basically like I bought it my missus bought it. I really just wanted to see the story. Like I was not crazy. The gameplay is great, but I didn't want a challenge. Like, I just put it on story mode and then just enjoyed myself. And it kind of rebuilt the relationship that I had. Obviously I fell out with the first one. So yeah, I had a bit of a time. It's like nice to just like be a Jedi. Do you know what I mean? Like I felt, when you against the stormtroopers, like they weren't bothering me. So put it how you will, or you threw in the game because you didn't play it on normal mode or whatever. I just had a good time, and I enjoyed the story. I was the characters. I was enjoying the lore. I enjoyed the world. The world's a bit big. The map's shit, garbage.
The map is it's crazy. Like
so
I
bad.
didn't love the first. Yeah, I didn't love the first game's map. I thought it wasn't very good. I'm shocked by them trying to improve it, and it doesn't do anything more. It's still a bad map. Like, just do a map. I don't understand like why it needs to be this bad. I really don't.
Yeah, I think it really came through in Kobo, with how bad that
Kobo's
map was.
a mess.
Yeah, Kobo's a mess. Kobo's so fucking big that like it was too much.
Different layers. It's just it's too much.
Yeah, he just died on the map being like, and like I don't know, I could do without going backwards and forwards to the same places. I feel like it could be very linear, like 10 linear maps without all the exploration, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'd rather it be 10 linear levels, good story, great combat, less collectibles. Obviously put the lore, like put the echoes in, but remove the fucking Puritanies or whatever it's called, whatever.
The shards.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. Pardon?
The shards or whatever. Those are too much.
That
way too much. Yeah, get rid of that.
Yeah, I enjoyed the echoes. I enjoyed that. But I just feel like it's too. It wants to be something it doesn't need to be. Like I enjoyed it. Like, I enjoyed being with Bode. I enjoyed. I enjoyed Grease. I enjoyed going to the temple. I'm eating obviously. I forgot a name now.
Marin.
The crew again. But like Marin, I don't know. Like maybe for me, I don't know how you feel about this, but like the whole Marin thing, I never felt.
Don't you say anything?
First one, I was like, oh,
did you say anything bad? Did you say anything bad about Marin right now?
No, I'm not gonna say anything bad, but the romance just felt forced. But I never felt. Even when I was with her and we were walking around, I was like, I don't feel no chemistry. Like, why are you two kissing? I didn't feel that. Maybe I just never forgot.
I think you did.
Don't know. It was like, well, I must have. But like when she kissed him, I was like, oh, where's that? I didn't expect that. I was like, yo, where's the consent? Do you know what I mean?
Well, here's another thing too, Sins. You have to remember that there was a 5-year time gap that we don't really see a ton of. That they developed even more of a relationship within the 5 years.
Yeah, but when he saw her for the first time in the game, I was like, oh, here we go. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, maybe I'm that guy.
Yeah, having just played Fallen Order, I feel like that was set up in Fallen Order a little bit.
And then there was the time jump.
Yeah,
that even helped it. Yeah.
I actually quite like I guess we're getting kind of into spoilery stuff, but like that, I really like the romance between Marion and Cal. I thought that was really heartwarming.
Honestly, it's probably my favorite thing in the game.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I thought that was great. I thought that was very well handled. All right, cool. Let's move on to Tears of the Kingdom. I know we all been playing this. Sounds like Sims is further than any of us.
I don't know. Probably.
You sound like you were further than me, Sims. So it sounds like I'm further than Daniel. So I think you're further than all of us, Sims.
I played probably 6 or 7 hours.
I'm in the worst place ever. So just give me a minute. Let me get.
Okay, we'll give you a minute. Yeah. So I don't know how many hours I put in thus far. Quite a bit, but like, I fuck around so much in this game that like it's not like I'm doing. I can tell you I put in 10 hours in this game. Doesn't mean I'm far. You know what I mean? Like it's I'm not. I don't think I'm that far at all. If I look at the map and I'm just like, I'm nowhere near like where I'd like to be. But yeah, I'm loving the game so far. I think it's really fun. It's the creative element here, man, is crazy. Just
there's so much you can do.
There's so much you can do, you know? It really is the game where it's like, I wonder if this will work, and it fucking works. You know what I mean?
And the game doesn't break.
Yeah.
The fact that things you could do in this game and the game just does it.
I was just thinking about that with some of the shrines, like how easy it would be for this to glitch and fuck up and like it break and like, you know, because like you lose a piece when you're in the shrine or whatever, and then like it'll just like appear back or something like that.
Respawn,
like they really had to think about all of that. Like, you know, what if they lose this certain piece that they're gonna need to solve this shrine or whatever? It's like we're gonna have to make a way so they can get that back easily, or like the way things just stick together and they just like attach together very simply. It's and it's not like janky at all, and everything kind of goes like exactly where you want it when you are like mixing things together and trying to attaching it, even though you're not like. In other games, it would just like glitch through and break, and you'd lose a piece, and you'd have to like restart the game entirely. But this game, it just works, right?
Yeah, and that's just like the Ultra Hand mechanic. But then you get into like the recall mechanic.
Yeah,
when you actually can like rewind time on an item, like the fact that doesn't break anything.
Yeah,
it's insane. And then you get the Ascension ability, or Ascend ability, where you're going through objects or like going through a cave to get to the top of a mountain, and it's like the fact that none of that breaks the game. I feel like they made this game in a year, and then 5 more years were just okay. It's breaking. How are we? How are we just testing it and making sure the design of this game doesn't break the game, and it's crazy.
Yeah, it had to be so finely tuned, right, for everything to work the way it does.
Like, I can see why it was delayed so many times.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just the game's incredible thus far. I'm having such a great time right now with just playing it. Definitely addicted to it. I'm feeling it. Yeah, it's I think the tutorial slogged a little bit for me. I think maybe I was.
Oh my god.
Yeah, maybe I was fucking around a bit too much. I didn't know if I was fucking around too much or if it was just the game. But
they kind of want you to, though.
Yeah, I'm sure they do, and you do need a long tutorial for this game. I understand that, right? Yeah, there's a lot going on, a lot you have to learn. Even now, I don't feel like I like fully understand everything, right? And I'm like 10 hours in or whatever. So,
like the tutorial was like, it's almost like the first part was like, right, this is Ultra Hand. This is the shrine for Ultra Hand, but then you've got to use Ultra Hand to make your way all the way to the next part to really understand Ultra Hand. Because like even I was like, I don't understand.
Yeah, definitely. And then they do the same thing with like, the fuse, you fusing items together, and it's like, oh, now they want you to kind of combat with like, oh, you put 2 sticks or whatever together and like try to fight with that. And then, then they do the recall. Yeah, the tutorial's a little long, but once you get down there, it kind of like tries to get you ready for like actually being in Hyrule. It was a little weird how they give you the paraglider as well. Like you actually have to do the very first mission to get it. You don't just kind of get it.
Yeah,
I thought that was an interesting choice. Like not to give it to you basically as soon as you get to Hyrule. You know?
Yeah,
So
maybe
with
they
it
should
being
have locked
so
you into the story there for a second. Like
Yes.
you have to go do this, because I did run around for a couple hours without getting the glider, and
Yeah.
that was
I know someone
definitely a
that played
mistake.
10 hours without the paraglide.
Without the yeah, see,
Yes. She
yeah, see,
played
a lot of
10
people can do
hours.
that. Yeah,
How can
I
you do that?
She was
That
struggling.
was the
I don't
first
know.
thing I was
I
like.
have no idea.
I need this glider, and like
She
YouTube,
basically
look, go on.
I was just saying she basically told me she saw the thing and then ran that way. And that's how she did it.
Yeah,
She just ran the opposite
but
way.
I was like, I just felt like this game. I need that glider, and I was like, maybe the game wants you to just go to that one more. Go after the tutorial. It isn't quite finished until you go to that town.
Yes.
yeah. The tutorial's not done until you get the glider. Really.
No.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need the glider, and you know me, right? I will fucking YouTube everything. I ain't bothered. Like, how do I do this? Oh, how do I do this?
No
I
shame.
have not done any of it. Like, I like even there was a shrine I was stuck on for fucking hell. And like, it's the funniest game I've ever played, because I'm sat there playing it, and Natalie's looking at me like, "You're a fucking idiot." She knows. I don't
Now
know.
he's
I
sitting there
can't
like,
figure it
I'm
out.
leaving this man.
She was like, "You're a fucking idiot." She's like, "Do this, do that," and it works. So 9 times out of 10, it does. But there was this one where we just like, in the end, I did it my way, and then I have to find out how people did it. So I watched about 3 or 4 YouTube videos, and they all did the same thing, but I did something completely different.
That's
But
the
that's-
beautiful thing about it,
that's
man. Is
exactly.
like you could just solve these things. I'm sure I've done shrines in completely weird ways that you're not supposed to, you know. And yeah, that's the
think that's the
beautiful thing
point of this
about it,
game.
man. No, it really is. They just give you the tools, and it's like you can figure it out any way you want it. There is a right way to do most of the shrines, right? Like there is like you know,
Yeah.
sometimes there is like something simple that you're just not seeing or whatever. But like majority of the time, you could just, for lack of a better term, just break the fucking game and do it in a completely different way, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, for saying you said I was the furthest, I'm not sure. I've not done anything story with it. Obviously, I got my glider.
neither.
I did
I
that.
haven't
I
either.
got the cave. I got the underground bit,
I did
and I
too.
did some
I have
women
not
in the
done underground.
castle.
You should do that.
No,
Talk to
I'm not-
Robbie and then do his
Yeah.
little quest.
Yeah, I've done
Who's
his.
Robbie?
Yeah, gone down.
He's the
down-
little
yeah,
guy
I've
with
done
the fucking
underground.
goggles or whatever.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
What is
it's
his
very
quest?
quick, and that almost feels like part of it. That part of the
Yeah.
I should talk to him.
tutorial
That was an
thing. Yeah.
introduction. That's an
Okay.
introduction into underground, because obviously there's
Okay.
Yeah.
underground, mainland, skyland. So I did and then there's a bit in the castle that you have to do, and then after
didn't do
that, I've
that.
gone right, and then I've just gone and got all. I'm at the moment. I'm getting all the sky towers.
That's what I'm doing. My goal right now,
So-
before I did anything else, was unlock every tower,
Yeah.
do some shrines along the way, and just unlock
Yeah.
the whole map. That is my
Interesting.
goal.
That's
You want to
what I'm
do
doing.
every tower first?
Every tower. I want to
Interesting.
get the map
Yeah.
open. Give me that map open so
But
I can fast travel around.
every tower is a puzzle. Like I just turned up
Yeah.
to one.
Well, that's
Yeah.
how,
Well, it's
that's
it's
how
surrounded.
Breath of the Wild was.
I can't remember. That was 5
Yeah,
years, 7
every
years
tower
ago.
was a little different in Breath of the Wild.
But yeah, it was like, and then I got to one, it was surrounded, and obviously I'm squidgy as fuck. I've got goblins just slapping me, and it's like game over.
Yeah, those
but
big
no,
ones you
the
don't fuck
game-
with.
even
Yeah,
the little
me,
one,
I
want
go
one.
from one area, I get the tower, and then I want to go around and I want to get all the shrines in the area
Yeah.
that I have lit up on the map, and then I'm like,
Ah,
I'm making my way to the upper left-hand corner
Yeah.
where it seems like they want you to go first for the story. But I want to do the tower first in each of the areas, and then all the shrines in that area, at least all the ones I can find.
Okay.
Yeah, I found a shrine in a cave.
Yeah, I found one in the depths.
But no, yeah, the game makes you feel so clever. Like the amount of times I've just chuckled to myself of like, huh, fuck, you know. Like, do you know when you're like, you know when you're just like you do, it's so good. It's like you just sit there and go, fuck, you know, like, oh my god, like it worked.
Yeah.
Or you're just like, oh, how stupid am I? I can't figure it out. Like, stupid. It's so, like I spent literally about an hour in this one shrine, like an hour, and I tried so many different ways, like so many different like variants of boats. I think it's like called forward motion, fast forward motion, or something. It's called.
What's so exciting too is that like it doesn't even sound like any of us have experienced from just like listening to other podcasts and stuff. It doesn't even sound like any of us have experienced like what really makes this game stand out and like truly be that like 10 out of 10 best game ever type thing. Yeah, within the main story. It doesn't even sound like any of us have done that yet, you know? Yeah.
That's gonna be a while.
Yeah. It's gonna be a while.
I'd rather do the story bits with all my hearts and all the stamina. I'd rather just do the shrines are the best bit.
Yeah, I love the shrines. Like, I want to get my stamina, my hearts up.
Yeah, honestly, like, and my favorite part of the game, as daft as it sounds, is the guy with the sign.
Yeah, dude, I love Addison. The sign guy, dude. That stuff is so good. I'll take a whole game of trying to figure out how to stand this man's signs up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
He is so helpless.
A piece of wood, an angled piece of wood on a hill, and I'm like, right, so then we got to get some rocks at the bottom. Honest to God, me.
Oh, it's funny because the first one you do is like pretty easy, right? I just put a log up and like made it crooked and then stood right there and it was fine. And they get like progressively different sizes for the signs, you know. It's like you're just figuring it out in weird ways later. I got like one of those carts that you can connect to the horse, and I just like stood that up on one of the signs and like held it there, and I was like, perfect, let's go.
I tell you what I did. I tell you what I have done in this game. The first time ever from Breath of the Wild, and I never did it in Breath of the Wild. I actually slid on my shield. I never did it.
You never did that in Breath of the Wild. Wow, interesting.
Never did it. I didn't even know. Like, I didn't even know how to do it. I had to Google it for this one.
You can now like connect that to like a cart and then put one of those wheels on the bottom and then connect your shield to the top of the cart and then stand on that like a skateboard. And you just ride like a fucking skateboard.
Yeah. I've not found.
I haven't done that yet.
The remote. I've not found like a steering wheel. I've not seen that yet.
No, I haven't seen a steering wheel. I did find wheels that like connect to the bottom and you hit them and they actually like, you know, they're like fucking electric or whatever wheels. And
I've seen the monster truck wheels. I call them the monster truck wheels.
Monster truck wheels, no.
The big thick wheels. So like, yeah, honest to God, the game's incredible. Like, it's so good. Like, it has no right being this clever, like this intuitive. Like, it's the best game design ever. Like, it's literally just like you said, they've like made the game in a year and just perfected everything. Like the ascendability, like everything rewinds, like everything has everything has a memory, if that makes sense, even off screen. Like if that makes sense, like and that's the game. The game is working at that point. And I'm like, how does the game? Because obviously it's through RAM and through processing. I was like, how does this game?
This game is like 16 gigs too.
It's processing everything in front of me, and obviously everything that's loading in. But then the game behind me, I could turn around, walk another 10 minutes behind me, and it would still remember everything behind. If that makes sense, I could go back and then rewind. Like when the rocks fall from the sky, you were like, right, I'll lift this up. Fuck, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'll stand on this rock, rewind it, and I'll be in the air. I did a dive. Have you done the diving competition? Like, not competition. You go to Sky Island and you can dive through the rings. And if you dive through the rings fast enough, it unlocks a shrine.
Oh no, I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, I
I've not gone back to the sky yet.
I've only done it twice with what you just said. I saw a rock falling from the sky, and then I rewound it while I was standing on it. And both times I just found the chest in like a tiny Sky Island.
Yeah.
I've not been back up yet.
I've done about 21 shrines.
I'm not that far off of that.
I got about 21
probably
shrines.
around.
I got six hearts.
I'm probably around 18.
And about 4 of the sky towers.
Honestly, me and you are probably close then. You probably just put more time in it than I have.
I mean, I'm trying not to be a bum. I'm trying not to be lazy, but like, I'll play it all day. Because that's not real life. That can't be my life. So, but yeah, it's so good.
I want to bring up Pura. You know what I'm saying?
No, don't you weirdo.
You know what I'm saying? Connor knows what I'm saying. Pura.
I know what you're saying.
Connor knows exactly what I'm saying.
What happened there? Wasn't she like a little old lady in the last game?
She did not look like this.
What happened there? Like, what happened within these years?
Purah got a glow up. That's what happened.
How long was Link asleep for? You know, like how long was he out? Jesus, man. What the fuck is going on?
But I best go put my kids to bed. I'm trying to rearrange some things. I know this is obviously an off air podcast, but I'm trying to arrange my life around so we can sort this out.
Okay, you arrange your entire life around Sims. Jesus, how are you gonna do that? And you got to juggle Tears of the Kingdom. Good luck.
I'm thinking about not sleeping ever again.
Well, just use the recall ability on your life. You know,
yeah. Your whole life. You recall accidentally before Tears of the Kingdom's out. You're like, fuck.
No.
Can I bring it with me? Can I bring the Switch with me? You know, you're 6. You got a Switch. Everyone's like, what the fuck is that? I don't think I could
bear going through that fucking tutorial again. Right, I'll see you in a bit.
All right, see ya. Yeah, you got anything more to say on Tears of the Kingdom?
Have you had any frame rate issues? How's the game run for you?
Fine.
Just in
like
general.
I haven't noticed it. I think when you're locked at 30 frames, it's just it's fine. You know, you adjust.
Yeah.
You know. What I've realized really bothered me more was with Jedi Survivor was the dipping. You know, even when it is like, you know, it not being locked. You know, I feel like I notice that more than I do just it being at a stable 30. You know, and I know the frame rate drops and stuff, especially when you go into the ultra hand mode. I know it's supposed to really drop when you're doing that stuff, but it doesn't.
Depends on how much is going on my screen.
Usually. Yeah. I'm sure you could fucking, you know, not break the game, but like you got a bunch of pieces around you and you start moving everything around and you recall shit and start. I'm sure that do an explosion in the background or whatever, and it's like I'm sure then it would stutter and shit. But thus far, I haven't really had any problems.
Okay. You know, you could attach a flamethrower to the boomerang and throw it.
Yeah.
And it's a flaming boomerang flamethrower.
I love the flower bombs. I've been using those quite a bit. I got a shit ton of them.
I have some. What do they do?
Just attach it to an arrow and it's just like a explosive arrow. Yeah. Have you done the eyeball thing? I remember that from the trailer. Where
I have not messed with my arrows too much. They wanted you to do it for something.
I actually think
shrine?
so. Like this actually it helps the combat quite a bit. Like I don't think the combat's super great in this game. I didn't think.
The only thing it just needs a dodge.
Yeah, it could use a dodge.
Other than that, I think it's good.
Yeah,
it just needs a dodge.
I think it's good, right? Like it's serviceable, but I really think the combining all these different elements adds a whole new layer to it. Combining things with your sword, you can make your sword longer or whatever, and then especially with the arrows, man, like combining different shit to your arrows. I've been doing that. You can just get a one of those fire fruits and attach that to an arrow, and all of a sudden it's a flaming arrow. Yeah. So there's so many possibilities what you can do within the combat now that it really adds to it.
Well, speaking of that, I saw a video of this man that took a log, took 2 rocks, ultra handed them together, and made a dick.
Yeah, I've seen
this. Took the dick in the and lifted it in the air, and just kind of turned it around a bunch of times.
Yeah,
woke up a boss, and then he recalled it, and the dick was just hitting the boss back and killed the boss.
Oh, you sent me this, right? Yeah,
yeah. He killed the boss by just recalling his dick that he made.
I have been abusing the recall power in combat. Like I have been doing shit like that.
Anyone throws anything at you, recall.
Yeah, because like you don't really it's not like you're getting XP or anything for like killing these enemies. So it's like sometimes I'll just
get health from shrines.
Yeah, so sometimes I'll just sneak in, kill a guy in a weird way, and then just grab the chest and I'm out. You know, you don't even kill all the enemies. You know, it's cool. You can just do stuff like that. I really like the videos of the people torturing the Korax or whatever the fuck they call.
Oh no, poor Korax. It's insane.
The way you can just pick them up now. I saw one yesterday that was they built like a giant cross over one of the I forget what they're called, the giant holes that you go in the depths. But they built like a giant cross that was above one of the holes, and they stood it up and they attached the cross to the top, and then they lit the cross on fire. Fucking Korax just getting tortured. They are weird. I'm always trying to help these little Korax get to their friends, you know. It's just like, oh, my friend's over there. He's got a smoke single. I'm like,
I've not found the person that I could turn the seeds into to increase my space.
I haven't either. Wasn't that only in Breath of the Wild? Was that just in the forest area?
No, he showed up in a different spot too.
Did he? Okay.
So he has multiple locations, so I'm assuming it's the same here.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that he has like he's probably in the Lost Forest and then a couple other spots.
Yeah.
I just don't know where they are.
Yeah. I want to get the Master Sword back as quick as possible.
Me too.
I'm assuming that's a story thing in this one.
I had it. I'll spoil you this for you because I had it spoiled for me and I thought it was fine. It wasn't too crazy.
Sure.
I asked my friend, the one that she just didn't go to the thing. I was like, "Do you need 14 hearts again or whatever it was?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "You do not."
Oh,
so
okay.
it's not the same thing, but there is like I didn't want it spoiled how to get it, but I was just like, "Oh, do I need to do all these shrines again to do it?" And she was like, "No, there is a specific way to do it in this game."
Okay, cool. I'm into that. All right, cool. Well, let's wrap it up. I'm sure we'll be talking about Tears of the Kingdom for the next month or
all
so.
month.
So yeah, it's gonna be
a Street Fighter.
Are you worried now with Diablo coming out at the beginning of June?
I'm always worried.
You should be worried because Daniel,
time.
it is May 18th. June is right around. I'll be here before you know it.
With my lack of game time, I don't know.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough, man. Cause
it's tough for
a
me.
Big game. It's like, dude, I'm worried about it, and my next big game isn't really until Final Fantasy 16. Like, I'm excited for Street Fighter 2, but I can just kind of sprinkle that in here. But like, I really want to play Humanity and Planet Alana too. So it's like, I want to try to.
Sounds like I'm doing okay on pace so far with you guys.
All those in.
Definitely you guys are probably mostly ahead of me, but I'm trying to keep pace with you guys.
Yeah, it sounded like we're all in terms of shrines. I guess that's a long thing we can go. It sounds like we're all right around the same place with that. So. I think Sims. What did he say? 18. I think that's probably
18.
A bit more.
He's around 20 something.
Yeah, you guys might have a bit more than me, honestly. But all right, cool. That's gonna do it for the Nerdic Gods episode 171. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdicgods. You can also find us on all audio platforms. Daniel, anything else you want to say?
Yo, shout out to Purra, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Purra, you know what I mean?
Know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna purr them titties, you know what I mean? I'm sorry. You brought it in here, okay? You did that.
That's took on it too far.
You started it. All right. We'll see you next week, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everybody.